We are feeling froggy as chalky, guys, gals, and non-binary pals. Welcome to another episode of War of the Shattered Sun. I am your humble dumble master for the evening. Oh, the one and only pudding pastry is the farting tart, and we're back. We missed a week because last week I was extremely burnt out from overworking myself, and I was turbo tired. So we did not have a game last week, but we're back today.
We had a report from a possible roommate who will go anonymous that Tart's head had actual fumes coming out of it.
True. It was Nugget. I already know.
Yeah.
I don't know how he can write letters, though. I didn't teach him. It was probably Punk.
He's very resourceful.
Mm-hmm. It's also really impressive considering he doesn't have thumbs. But anyways.
He always requests pictures of my cats for some reason. I don't know why.
Send Muse. But we have tonight with us the full party is on deck. We've got the Punkyard Dogs, the CGs, the Joe Mojos, the Wolf Stalker 16s. I almost said Wolf Soccer, and now I'm picturing a bunch of wolves playing soccer. The J Frost 747s and the Wicked River 97s. Do we want to go ahead and roll test rolls? It's been a bit.
I will do this.
I don't know. I guess so.
Oh, I gotta mute my fucking.
What was that, Joe?
Double 12s.
12.
Ah, I see. Okay. Nat 1.
Let's
also,
go!
4.
So close. 19.
Also, Sarah, that was my impression of Dr. Roxo, but because my voice is shot, I can't get that high pitched.
5.
Let's go! Wow, you guys are doing great today.
I know. Glad it's downtime.
Yeah, it's a good thing it's downtime.
Yeah, because nothing bad happens in downtime. Stares at literally your last downtime.
I mean, fair point.
Yeah, Tart, you're not gonna fucking traumatize me again, are you?
I don't know, River. Am I?
Hey, don't you go getting close to your microphone like that.
I got a new mic. I can do whatever the fuck I want.
Happy new Mike birthday!
I'm probably the one that stands for traumatization this time.
We also have to go ahead and wish a very special happy birthday to a very special Punkyard Dog.
Oh,
It's
your birthday! Birthmas.
Tuesday,
Tuesday
the
is
7th.
Punk's birthday.
Yeah.
Birthday's a Tuesday.
What you got going on Tuesday?
We getting sushi that day.
Let's go! Wait, we're getting sushi on Curse of Strahd night? Fuck.
Now hold up.
Now, is this a we as in you and your Jake, or is it a we as in the entire
He's not
house?
here right now.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He hasn't been here for a while.
He's not even in this state at the moment.
Nah.
I'm
Well,
so
yeah,
sorry.
so the house of dumb, we getting sushi.
Don't worry,
We'll
he'll
have to
arrive in
discuss
an orbital
this.
drop pod.
It's okay. We may not be able to do it that night, but we're gonna do it this week.
We're gonna do
Goddammit.
it this week. Fuck yeah. I'm gonna get
Look.
that Chick-fil-A sushi.
It's Rogue. Go get
Why would
yourself
you
a
want the
Godzilla
homophobic chicken
roll.
anyway?
No, not sushi from Chick-fil-A, Punk.
Right.
No. The sushi that is named after Chick-fil-A.
Oh, that's right. They have a Chick-fil-A roll. I
Yeah,
forgot.
they had a Chick-fil-A roll, which was actually really good. That shit had cream cheese in it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, fuck
Some
that.
people like it. I know Krista absolutely hates it.
It was really good.
It is really good.
But anyways,
Anyway.
I guess now that birthday wishes have been dispensed,
Oh, birthday! Okay.
birthdays, someone. But
Do.
with that, let's go over what happened last time, as it's been a couple weeks. Let me find some good music. I'm gonna go with an old favorite. Let me know if that is good, gamers, or if I need to turn it up.
Sounds pretty good to me.
Yeah, it sounds nice.
Yeah, it's fine.
I'm gonna turn up just a tad.
Much better.
I always get worried about having it too high because I don't want to get into like a low voice and then it be over me. But last time, deep within the bowels of the Nightmare Realm, you all battled a fierce monster within the walls of the Lekshire Mages College Library, the Vormund. The beast put up a fight, but you all were able to dispatch it. Following this attack, Adam informed you all that the next and potentially final destination was within the Eternum Archives. There, you met with the overseer of the Nightmare Sages collection, Archivar, who informed you that the creature you vanquished was in fact Ducroy Bosch, who was given the power in exchange. The power he requested in exchange for his loyalty and his lovely, lovely tribute, which you guys were there to collect. Archivar, seemingly not the fighting type, offered you a deal. The Breast of Muldoon, the artifact that you all had come for, in exchange for something of equal or greater value. You all weighed your options, but it was Rovan who made the sacrifice in the form of all the happy memories of him and his father. With the deal complete, you all were awoken from the Nightmare Realm in a less than fun way, for Adam at least. We now find ourselves within the confines of the Enigma Gate, where you all have just awoken. You all kind of wake up with a start, because it's like that typical like waking up from a nightmare thing, like you basically shoot up from your spot, just all of you experience the same sensation. Or like when you know like that feeling when you're kind of like drifting in sleep and you feel like that like fall backwards sort of thing?
I hate that feeling.
I do too. It's like
Oh.
that.
That's disgusting.
See, I don't really have that. I have the waking up after realizing, oh shit, I'm late for work. Just that sudden guess of.
But within the chamber, it is you all, Adam and Reno, who has pulled up a single wooden chair you're not entirely sure from, and is kind of looking over you all as you all awaken from your dreams. Well, it looks like you all were successful looking over at the Breast of Muldoon, currently within Rovan's possession.
Yeah. We got
you
it.
Could say, you could say that.
Adam is kind of quiet, almost like hunched up, sort of, considering the events that he has just been through. Reno gestures to you, Rovan. May I?
Oh, yeah, very well. And just immediately hands it over.
He takes the breastplate and he kind of like tucks his staff within his arms so that way he can hold on to the breastplate with both hands, because it's pretty dense. Rovan, like even when you were holding this to yourself, you're currently wearing like full plate armor, and this breastplate still feels heavier than what you're wearing. It is dense.
So it's even heavier than my normal breastplate?
Right, you're not wearing plate armor. Right. I keep thinking you are. Maybe I'm thinking of Gray.
You might be thinking of Gray.
I mean,
I think he even Vial has half plate.
damn. I'll get all the cool stuff.
I don't know. It is okay. But he kind of taking it from you goes, with all due respect to Nicholas, I think we are going to go with a bit of a different method of containing this. So I will be taking this from here.
How are we going to be containing it going forward then?
That is information I cannot divulge because we are unsure as to what exactly your next steps are. But I presume we will probably take turns. And he kind of throws up air quotes.
Oh, so like one member of the guard figures out where to put one new item?
Yes. Flip, make me a whiz or a insight check.
16?
Nothing can really get by you when it comes to Reno at this point. He is not sure. He's still thinking on it. He's still figuring it out. This is the look of a man who is still planning.
True. Yeah. Oh well, I'm sure we'll all I'm sure you guys will come up with something.
In any case, Reno, since you're here, I actually have a question for you before we leave this place. Going forward, I kind of would like to study what the Enigma Gates is and, well, how we could sever ties with Adam and Marissa. Hopefully, who knows? Hopefully, we even are breaking whatever curse or condition that he has.
He kind of puts one finger up to like his chin, kind of like stroking it gently, kind of thinking, yes, I think we can get something set up for that. Adam kind of gives you a look, Corbin, but he doesn't say anything. He is uncharacteristically quiet.
Do I notice that?
You what?
Just going to slowly look towards him. What? No sly comments?
No, not today, I'm afraid. Corbin,
How are you?
getting
Yeah,
a bit of a closer look at Adam, he looks like he's just had the worst sleep of his life. His bags have bags, and you can see he's sort of instinctually feeling his chest.
Do you know how long you're going to be around for?
No, I don't, but I reckon not a ton amount of time longer. But it's kind of a gamble. This all is a very new experience for me. This is not a memory I've experienced up to this point, so I don't know. There's some where I've repeated things where I can even set myself up to do cool outros, but no, I have no idea for this one. I'll probably disappear in the middle of a sentence.
Well, if you're around, I have a bit of an idea to kind of help ease everyone's spirits.
Yes, I believe I was promised a drink, actually.
Oh, you'll be getting more than a drink.
Oh, wonderful.
Perhaps a trip to a sauna of sorts?
Ooh, I haven't been to a sauna in a hot minute. Probably because the last time I was in a sauna, I walked out of there half naked. That was fun. That was very fun.
Hilarious.
It wasn't a joke.
I wasn't lying.
Ah, and he kind of like wiggles the finger at you. Haha.
But yeah, that's all he has.
Nice. Well, with this business concluded, I have actually received a bit of good news. Well, if you would, follow me. We're going to go visit someone real quick. Someone I think you all will be delighted to see.
Okay. But is naturally curious, but
I presume. Go on.
Oh, kind of leans into Corbin. Were we expecting surprise visitor?
his own hands, kind of like just under his chin in a very contemplative manner. He doesn't have any words.
Does everyone follow?
Yes.
They will. Oh yeah.
Yup.
Reno takes you all, and you all leave the premises of the Enigma Gate. And you all begin to move throughout the castle again, and you are taken to the garden area, actually, the courtyard area, where you all hear the sound of what appears to be the laughter of a child. Familiar laughter. Sounds like Nexus. As you all continue to file in and move a bit deeper into the courtyard, you all begin to see that a familiar individual is currently playing with young Nexus. A rather more disheveled King Cedric Aragon.
Oh,
He's back.
Welcome back.
He kind of turns, taking notice of you all. Oh, hello, hello. Please, you'll have to forgive my appearance. And you can see he looks like he's kind of been through it, like he hasn't been able to properly take care of himself in a few days. His beard's a little longer, his hair is kind of disheveled. He's got a couple like scrapes and bits of dirt on his face. His clothes are a bit more tattered than the last time you saw. It's been a time. I trust that you all are doing well. I was told that you were in the middle of a mission. I didn't wish to interrupt.
We're done. We just got back recently, actually.
Wonderful. I apologize for not giving a bit of extra notice on my return. I'm admittedly not going to be here for a super long time, but I had a bit of personal business to deal with. That and he kind of looks over himself. I'm going to see if I can try to sneak a bath in while I'm here.
Okay. Sorry, I'm reading something.
You good? You all actually look like you've been through it yourselves. And you all feel fine for the most part. Like, I should clarify, because I just realized I forgot to give you all a very important detail. Upon waking up and getting your level up, you get the benefit of a long rest.
Woo!
hell yeah.
So everyone should have all their shit back. Any
Hey.
conditions you were
Hooray!
under are gone. All hit points, spell slots, everything's back.
Alright, I can roll my Cloak of Stars thingy.
Yes, if anyone wants to roll any of their stuff, please go ahead. But you all, while you feel fine physically, you all do admittedly feel quite tired, like you all slept quite poorly. Even though Reno told you all you were only asleep for like half an hour.
We just had a really, really, really bad collective bad dream.
I see.
A fever dream, if you will.
This sounds like a story. One that we can discuss at greater length a bit later. As I don't want to, well, and he kind of looks down on himself. I want to make myself a bit more presentable for you all, if that's alright.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, let me know if you need anything. Or us know.
Mhm.
She is looking to the others, because, like, she ain't speaking for him.
I think-
notice that.
I think we all could use just a little bit of time to detox from our various adventures, both you and us.
A nap.
Cool.
That sounds wonderful. And Nexus goes, "Oh, but I'm not tired.
Nexus!
Yeah,
I don't want to take a nap."
When did he get there?
He's been there.
he's been here. Cedric was playing
Oh,
with him.
fuck me. That's right. Sorry, I missed it.
You're
Continue.
good.
You did say it. I remember now. I'm like, oh, we hear Nexus.
Sorry, I'm dropping shit. Continue.
Nexus, I expect to hear about your lessons later.
I'm on break. Sorry, I'm picking up the shit that I dropped.
Sorry, that came out more in a you better tell me. That was more a hopeful tell me.
Okay.
Like, oh, any updates? Sorry. My delivery
I get
was
you, I
very
get you.
poor.
You're good. Okay. Yes, I'm looking forward to hearing all about your lessons, he says, kind of kneeling down to Nexus. I've been told that Garrett's been taking good care of you. Yeah, he's a little rough, but he's been nice. He's nice when you get to know him. Yes, that's what I've been told. And he begins to stand in. Oh, yes, I'll be in town for, I don't know, probably about a day or two, truthfully. Again, have some personal business to take care of and a couple things I need to plan. So, if you need me, please, feel free to seek me out.
Okay.
And I will, of course, let you all know once again when I intend to depart.
Oh, I have a quick question.
I have an answer.
Did the thing I sent with you, did you, make use of it?
Remind me to hurt the DM just because it's been a while.
I gave him a beat of force.
That's what I thought, but I had to make sure. Because I was like, it's the beat of force, right? But I didn't want to say it was the beat of force and it not be that.
Right.
He pulls it out and goes, still have it, but...
That's good. That makes me feel a bit more... That makes me feel a bit better.
Which, speaking of things of this nature, I suppose, I heard that we now have a new guest amongst the premises.
Oh, so Rita wasn't alluding to you.
I think he's referring to the person who's currently downstairs.
Ah.
Yes. What do you all think I was referring to? The subtlety is lost. I heard that you all captured Amnon, who is now Oz, I suppose. I haven't been filled
Yes.
in on all the specifics. I was
It's
told
fine.
not to worry about it, which, you know, that only goes so far.
Makes you worry.
Exactly. Last time I was told not to worry, a storm crashed the Winter Gala. So, a literal storm.
Hmm.
Why does that not surprise me?
Because we heard about it before.
No, it's not that. It's like, it didn't surprise me then, and it still doesn't surprise me now.
Oh!
But, yes. I'm glad you all are doing alright, even if a bit tired. You all have had a bit of a rough go lately, and I wish to be here to support you if I can. After I wash, of course.
Glad you're back in one piece.
Glad to be back. And he says that with the most, like, exasperated, like, fuck. Just under his breath.
This man does not know how to enjoy leave.
Nope.
This man does not know How this man does not know how good he has it.
True.
A modest king.
Right. But with that, I am going to take my leave. I'm going to go and wash. But perhaps I will see you all a bit later. Perhaps we
Please.
can sit down and have a meal or something. Talk about recent events. I heard that there's a new bar opening in town.
Chorus turns a bit pink. I haven't thought of a name yet, but yes,
He
plans
smiles
are in the
a little bit.
works.
Can I insight that? Because there's only one way she turns pink.
Hey, you can inside it, but she'll say it. If you ask, I don't give a fuck. Anyway,
You can insight, but you don't need to.
Natural 20 for a 30.
You know what? That's appropriate enough.
it's clear as day. Corey thought she would have it by now.
Have the bar or have Cedric?
Have the name of the bar. The bar. She's been thinking about it, but she's like, I'm getting it. And every time she asks, she's like, I'm getting it. I don't have a name yet.
Well, there's no rush. Small business and whatnot. Oh, sorry. I also lied. It's not this town. It's a town. I don't know what that means. That's why I was trying.
I believe. Well, I still believe that it's in the planning stages, but I have a little bit of a plan of my own for everyone's R&R tonight.
Oh?
R&R sounds wonderful.
You shoo, and Corbin starts making shooing motions.
What? What? I'm not even trying anything.
No, not you.
Oh, the shoes to Cedric.
Honestly, she's trying to it feels like the Midwest goodbye.
Oh.
Where you just keep saying,
Oh,
well, I
yeah.
should go. Well, I should go. Maybe it's cold outside.
All right. I will go and wash. I will see you all later. Goodbye. And he takes his leave. Nexus turns to you, Corey, and goes, "What's a bar?"
Think like a restaurant, but more alcohol. Like food.
Didn't he stay with us at several
Yeah,
taverns?
He did.
Yeah.
We stayed in multiple taverns.
He did.
We've stayed in a few taverns, but
I'm trying to get better about lying.
wait, what did he say?
I'm trying to get better about lying.
Nexus said that?
Yes.
Oh, well, we can just play cards sometime. Remind me to play with you sometime.
Like go fish?
And some others.
I'm not very good at lying. You can go fish.
That's okay. Wait, you can lie and go fish?
You see, kind of hits him like, oh.
I like the idea, Nixus. I'm terrible at lying in Echo Fish, but I'm a card shark at Texas Hold'em.
Reno kind of turns to you all and goes, "With that, I am going to take a momentary departure as well. I have a few things to do, like securing this," and he kind of gestures to the breastplate. "But if you all need me, you know where to find me. Or perhaps I'll find you. I don't know. It feels like we just kind of gravitate around each other at this point. But I will see you all later. Please take a break. Take some time and relax. You all have been through I'm sure, a traumatizing experience that I'm looking very forward to hearing all about." And Adam goes, "No. Okay? I will look forward to hearing from you all about it." Kind of excluding Adam a little bit. But for now,
I'll dish the details later.
I bid you all adieu. And he makes his leave. And Adam goes, "It has been a day. I don't know how I'm ever going to sleep again." I'm going to be honest with you.
We can probably visit an apothecary. Get something for you.
That's a special term for a weed dealer. Correct?
No, if you need, I have some.
I would love
But-
some if you have it. Look,
Just
I
gonna
may be.
casually look
I
for-
may be.
Does quick question, Tart above game.
Okay.
Just gonna
What will the
casually look
void
for
weed
split.
do to him?
That's.
Will it? You know what? She's gonna give him 3 joints
Oh
just to
my
start off
God.
with.
He goes, okay, well, I'm not going to do all this now. However, I do appreciate this. I am.
Oh yeah, just hold on to it.
And he begins to look over one, kind of like, oh. Like, kind of like he's looking over, like, a fucking, like a midnight snack. Just like, oh, you're fucked. You are soon going to be inside me.
You know, that's actually a good question. Whatever happened to Herbie?
To what?
Herbie?
The last you saw him, he turned into a lion and started rampaging through Dawnfeld.
No, he was with the refugees at Dry Hollow. Dry Hollow.
Try holler.
Yeah. He was with the refugees from Dry Hollow in Dawnfeld, where he turned into a lion and started rampaging.
Right.
One person, I'll let you guys decide. One person give me a history check. Anyone except Rovan, because I don't think Rovan's met Herbie.
Nope. Ba, 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 ba,
Sorry, Herbie.
ba.
Lily hasn't
Just
met
one
Herbie
person?
either.
16.
You hear the tales of a city on the coast in Evergreen that watched a lion run through the town and run straight into the harbor and was never seen again. It kind of got started. It kind of started getting spread around like a folktale.
I'm sorry, what did I just miss?
The I'm informing Corvin that the of what fate has potentially befell Herbie, and that
Okay.
a port city has now started spreading a folktale of a lion that ran through the town and then ran straight into the harbor. It was never seen again.
Okay, thank you.
The town specifically was Shore, with the Shore Port, which is a big trade. It's not a huge city, but it's a big trade city. Yes, thank you.
He-
Whoever pinged that.
He will go into the rumor. It could be him.
So, with that being said, game, seems like you all have a bit of downtime. You guys have a few things you want to do. Does anyone want to volunteer to go first? Or, I guess I should ask more specifically, before you get into proper downtime, does anyone have anything that they want to do, preferably short, that they wish to do immediately?
Before the... Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead, Joe.
No, go for it.
No, Joe, you were first. Go ahead.
Yeah, you were first.
I've been talking a lot this session. No, go for it, Sarah.
Okay, fine. I'm just going to request that I go last because I'm having issues with internet.
Fair enough. Okay.
Before the party splits off, Corbin will mention of, hey, converge later on this evening. I have a treat for y'all.
All right.
guys are being requested to meet up again later in the evening. Does that sound good to everyone?
Puddle puddle.
Cuddle puddle.
It's good with me.
Which I will say, it did seem like it was implied that was going to happen anyway. Consider your invitation for a meal with Cedric, and the new bar and everything. But, you know. So, with that being said, does anyone want to volunteer to go first, or do you all want me to roll? I don't know why that was so hard for me to say for some reason.
I had a thing in the Discord real quick.
I had the Discord closed. That fits into downtime proper.
Gotcha.
The immediate is like if anyone wants to like go and do something real quick, like nap, fucking talk with anybody in the immediate vicinity, whatever. Just like very quick, very small things. Because I know what everybody wants to do with proper downtime.
Sarah would probably run and get Raven.
Fair enough. Okay. Anybody else? Going once? Going twice?
I want to talk to Cedric, but I can't.
It's okay, just go check in on him as he's bathing.
No!
I can include that with your proper downtime, Corey. How's that sound?
If you think we've got time, I don't want to take up too much.
No, it's good. It's all good. Alright. So. Again, does anyone want to volunteer to go first, or do you all want me to roll? Or I can just pick somebody. I don't care anyway. I'm open to any ideas.
We usually roll. Let's roll.
Okay, I'm a roll.
Autobots, roll out.
Roll.
I was just about to say that.
Oh, how appropriate. That was the person I was going to pick if they went first. Alright. Corvin.
Hmm?
I know that you wish to... Hold on, I have to sneeze.
Don't do it.
I'm not going to do it. That's what's going to make me mad. I've been like that all fucking day, where you have, like, the feeling of you're going to sneeze, and it kind of slinks back down, like... like the fucking gif of, the witch from fucking, Sleeping Beauty. Where she fucking goes... is it Sleeping Beauty? I don't know, but where she goes back into the floorboards, kind of like...
Oh,
Snow White.
Snow
Yeah,
White,
Snow
that's
White.
it. Thank you. Anyways, Corbin, I know you wanted to start trying to research how to unbind Adam and Marissa, and while you can begin that process, that is going to be a rather extensive process, as you don't even know where to begin, but that is something you can begin to do throughout the course of this downtime. However, I know the big thing you wanted to do, you wanted to investigate that book.
hey, yeah.
And I know that Flit wanted to investigate it as well, so I'm going to have you two do that together, if that's cool.
That is perfectly fine.
Works for me.
Okay. So you two having this mysterious red book with the gold trim, you both get together, and do you guys go anywhere specific, or do you just kind of find a quiet place to work on this?
That is a good question.
I think I would recommend, honestly, either the garden or, like, one of the big empty rooms of the castle.
Yeah, at the very least, someplace to where if people heard shouting, they can come in and help out.
I will also... Fair enough. I will also make one additional note for the entire group. Now that you guys have been in the Enigma Gate, if you guys ever want to go back in there, you can get in there just by requesting access easily.
Silly question. Could I use plane shift to get in there?
No, because I don't
Okay.
think... let me... Hold on. Because I don't think plane shift lets you get into demi-planes, but I'm not sure. Give me one moment.
I popped it in chat. It says plane of existence, which demi-planes are technically separate from that, if I remember correctly.
Give me one moment. I'm gonna compare this with the teleport spell just real quick. Okay. I'm going to say plane shift would allow you to do this.
Sweet.
I'll just because the wording is a bit finicky, I will allow it. So if you ever
Thank you.
want to do that without having to ask like Reno or somebody to go into it, I will allow it.
Okay. Thank you.
Which I may change that later after doing extended research, but for the moment I'm saying you can.
Much appreciated.
Wait, hold on.
Hmm?
Okay, I just looked at something. Now I need to do a quick Google search. Okay, cool. There is a note in the Planes of Existence page where theoretically a plane shift spell can carry travelers to a demiplane, but the proper frequency required for the tuning fork is extremely hard to acquire. But considering the gate spell is more reliable, but considering you guys have that assistance from Reno, I would say that the difficulty is significantly lessened because of that assistance from Reno. So you can, and normally it would be very difficult, but it's not quite as difficult now because of Reno.
Gotcha.
So, long and short of it, yes. But, with that being said, you guys are finding a quite empty room, a larger room, in the event that if you all get fucking, if one of you fucking dies, you can call for help, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. You are able to easily find a larger empty room. You leave the door open in case you need to start calling for assistance, but it is just you two and this one book that almost killed your friend Sarah.
All right. So Flit's gonna kind of look on over. Okay. So we know it's trapped, or at least was.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if we can identify exactly where.
Could I spot? So the there was a Finger of Death spell trapped inside of it. The prevailing theory is that there's like a glyph of warding or something bound to the book itself. Could I try and find that, or would just using dispel magic work?
Make me investigation and arcana. I'll have you do a check before you start casting spells on this thing.
Okay, investigation is a 16. Arcana is a 16.
It's a 16.
All right.
Considering the events that you saw with Sarah trying to open the book, because you know the book has that lock on it, you know that you were able to handle the book fine without it doing anything. It wasn't until Sarah tried to unlock the book itself that the spell went off. So you can presume that whatever magic is keeping this book bound is on the lock itself.
good news. It seems to be only on the lock itself. Now that I think about it, we probably should have brought Sarah here. Actually, no, never mind. That's a bad idea.
I think Sarah might have reservations about that, but
just a little, just a little.
I had an idea. If Sarah's unwilling, maybe Twitch would be able to help. If they're here.
Y'all just dramatically assuming Sarah's not gonna do it.
Well,
You said it,
I mean,
buff game.
it's a pretty solid assumption considering the last time you tried to do it, you nearly died. So.
Kind of send a message out to Twitch. Hey Twitch, we have a curious little item that we'd like to have you look into. Are you around?
You immediately get a response back. Say no more. I'm there. I'm bored out of my mind.
I send one more message to kind of give her the deets of where we are, and yeah.
Okay. Within a couple minutes, she's able to find you guys, and she wanders in like the hottest shit in town, just like, hell yeah, somebody needs me for my work. What's up?
Oh god. She's doing the Spider-Man 3 strut.
Oh god.
I was thinking like hands in pockets, like almost like Bakugo walk, where like slouched backwards, like neck all like scrunched up. Like, hell yeah.
Oh god.
All right.
Hi, Twitch.
Hello. What do you need? What do you need? Opened or appraised, or I guess you never really told me what you needed.
Unfortunately, I couldn't describe it in 25 words.
It's a book.
A book. Okay.
Yes, a book that, when tried to pick, it has a certain spell called Finger of Death, trapped within it to whomever tries to open it.
Uh-huh. And y'all didn't check for traps before trying to open it?
Lapse of judgment.
Fair enough. I've made that mistake before. Give it. Give it. And she gives
Uh,
and she does like grabby hands.
Let me try one thing really quick. Dispel magic on the book.
Spell magic
On
on
the
the
book?
book.
Book or is it important if it's book or lock?
Yes.
Lock. Definitely the lock, then, since you said that's
Okay.
where the spell's trapped.
What level are you casting spell magic on?
Because it's with the mandolin, I have to do it at third.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a charisma check then.
Whew. All right, here we go. And a 1. And a 2. And a 3. 15.
Okay. You cast dispel magic on the lock. You have no idea if it works because you have no idea of telling if the magic is still there at the moment, but you do cast the spell now, I believe, the second time on this lock, correct? Because
I believe so, yes.
I think you did it once when you first found it, after it nearly killed Sarah.
Yes.
Okay. So you cast the spell magic on the book. Do you then pass it to Twitch?
Yes.
Okay.
Very, hesitantly. He's unsure.
She is going to real quick roll her own investigation check. She has full confidence that you have dispelled the magic on this lock.
God damn it.
And
We're gonna have,
she-
2 sets of healing words, just prep, aren't we, CJ?
I have Aura Vitality on demand.
So she is going to attempt to pick this lock. That's a good roll. That's a very good roll. Oh wait, she has advantage as well. She's fishing at this point. Okay. After a few moments, you hear the slight click of the lock opening, and there's a pause where you expect something to happen, a spell to go off, an explosion, anything. And nothing does. Just real quick, just going to change music. Not for any particular reason, just because I realized this song has been playing for a bit. So, Twitch pops open the lock to this book and goes, well, I'm alive, so that's good. That's always a win when you're picking mysterious magical books.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
And because, you know, picker's privilege, as I like to call it, I get first dibs. And she flips open the cover of the book.
Can we at least have Flit like lick it real quick?
Lick it?
Mm-hmm. I can learn things by licking them.
That is insanely cool. I can do that too. However, it usually just involves taste. And she slowly slides the book over to you.
Flit not saying it out loud by thinking, huh, does that make me a gourmand?
Alright, so you're
Okay.
going to lick this book, yes?
Yes, I am going to cast Identify.
Blim.
Okay. Blah, 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 blah. Tart blah, 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 blah. Oh, I need to get a variation of tart blah, 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 where it's flit.
Flit, blah, blah.
I would absolutely contribute to that. You let me know.
Flit blah, 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 blah. Oh, I'm gonna have to get in touch with Woods. But anyways. You learn a number of things from this book upon casting Identify. The first and most important thing is that this book was trapped and is no longer. Good news, Corbin. That second Dispel Magic just met what you needed.
Oh shit, hell yeah.
Whew.
The lock itself was enchanted with a variation on Glypha Warding, where if you try to pick the lock, or if you try to open the book without the key, it would cast Finger of Death, and then it would reset after 24 hours. The book.
Ah.
Well, good news. You got rid of it, and it also seems like it was, the crossbow wasn't loaded the second time, but it would have after a while.
Ah, yes, I've
Oh.
dealt with that sort of thing before. Not fun, not fun. Yeah, usually those are loaded up with a heavy kind of magic, and because they don't expect you to survive it, so why would you need more than one, you know?
Oh yeah, I guess that makes sense.
But what is it? Flip, you
Seriously,
upon,
details.
you upon casting Identify on this book, you get the sense that the book is magic as well. It is a spell book.
Really?
The book is enchanted, though, for the sake of preservation, but it is in itself a spell book. This spell book, which I appear to have lost the name for it. Oh no. Oh, it's called the Vault. Just that, the Vault. This spell book contains every spell from the PHB, Xanathar's, and Tasha's.
Oh!
Hang on, let me just figure. I need to look for a GIF real quick. Hang on.
You get the impression that this was somebody, based on the residual magic from this was at some point somebody's spellcasting focus. Who it could be, you don't know. But yeah, it's called the Vault for a reason.
Hey,
River, I've never seen that GIF before.
so, Tart, Jake's in the other room, right?
Uh-huh.
Do you mind asking if it's okay to transfer artifacts between different games or anything?
Corbin, like, the moment Flit says this, Corbin just has like hungry eyes going on right now, like that the eyes emoji right now. That's like his face.
This is, wow. This is a real repository of like all magic or something.
Flit, do me a favor. Make me a wisdom check.
Wisdom. 20.
That's a good check. You get the impression that this was in the library of one of the most prolific magus colleges in the world, in the realm. So it makes sense that a book like this would be in something like that, as well as locked up. You also realize that you know two very powerful wizard friends who may have use for this, if that is the course you wish to go. However, you are holding a lot of knowledge, a lot of spells. If any of you were a wizard, you would be set for life.
Okay,
Did you say it was specifically wizard spells?
Every spell.
Every spell.
That's what I thought.
God,
Because I think a
that's-
wizard just needs whatever is in their book, right?
They just
so the
need to
bigger your
transcribe
book,
it. They just need
Yeah.
it to have you written in the book. So if a wizard,
Yup.
if specifically
big book
this
mean
book,
big wizard.
this book to cast the spells in it does need to be attuned to.
Yeah.
So if you were a wizard and attuned to this book, you would just have access to any spell you could dream of.
I am officially considering multi-classing.
Would that mean that, oh my god, I forgot my question.
You're good. Take your time.
Oh, would that mean that you'd have to, I would assume you'd have to expend spell slots, but would you just be able to ignore the level requirements?
You would not be able to ignore the level requirements.
Okay.
God, that means all the freaking Dunamancy spells are in there.
Dunamancy spells are not in there, because those are not in Tasha's.
Oh,
Mhm.
good to know.
Those are specifically in the Wild Mount book.
Which also means, thankfully, and this was something I was admittedly concerned about, I did not immediately identify all of the Argomancy spells.
Argomancy spells are not in there.
Oh, thank
Mhm.
God. So literally just players, Tasha's, and Xanathar. So
DHB,
No-
Xanathar's, and Tasha's.
so no Strixhaven or Fizban spells.
Correct.
Okay.
Which are
But-
not spells that are, to clarify, not spells that are inaccessible to you guys. Just not
it's just
in
not in
this
the book. Okay.
It came from the past, so it's got to catch up to some of the newer supplements.
Mm.
It hasn't been updated in, I don't know, 500 years.
But so Flit
Still
kind of takes a look at the
now.
book. She goes, "Every spell. This is so many spells. What do we even do with something like this?"
Man, wizards get all the
Protect
cool
it.
stuff. You're not there,
We-
Corey.
Fitz,
Well,
I'm going to
since
do-
she asked it.
Fitz, what we officially have is the world's biggest bargaining chip. Any spellcaster worth their salt is going to want. Any wizard worth their salt is going to want this and give anything to get it from us.
She kind of strokes her chin. But it could also really help us.
Trust me, it is. I might be. You have no idea how tempting it is for me to bother Drew right now to try and figure out how to access even half of these. potential is just so vast.
Can I throw in my 2 coppers here?
Please.
Go to Theon. I like Drew. I really do. But Theon is usually a bigger fan of the cool stuff. You know, Drew's more by the book, while Theon's a bit more lax. So you're thinking of trying to access some of these spells. Maybe perhaps take it to him. Or I don't know, maybe you can trade it for something. I'm sure the guy's got plenty of cool artifacts that he could lend to you. That's just
not
me,
terrible.
though.
The thought of giving it to Arxis definitely occurs in Corbin's head, but he definitely has like a little selfish presence to him about that. Like he keeps trying to make grabby hands towards the book itself. I assume like Flit just keeps like smacking it away.
Every like few seconds, Flit inches it slightly further away.
Yes.
That's not a bad idea. And truth be told, Drew could probably figure out some important information from this book in a long period of time. But between the two of them, one is putting themselves in more immediate danger. I'd like to give them the heads up if possible.
I mean, I'm not sure what the 2 of them are doing right now, but feel free to reach out to them. As for me, another satisfied customer, she says, kind of like stretching. And my work here is done. I'll be taking my payment now, she says, kind of like gesturing expectantly.
10
Or-
platinum.
I was gonna say Corbin just rolls his eyes and throws her 5.
Woo! You guys are expensive. I would have taken literally like a high 5, but all right. And she quickly like throws it in her bag. All right.
No
Pleasure
takesy
doing
backsies.
yeah, no take backs. All right. Pleasure doing business with y'all. Enjoy your nice fancy book with all the spells you can't cast. And she
Thank you.
leaves.
For now.
Thank you!
You're welcome. Let me know if you have any more cool magical artifacts to pick.
Can do.
As soon as Twitch leaves the room, Flit just kind of looks over to Corfin. Definitely if we get another book. I think Sarah's something like 0 for 4 with dealing with books.
Thinks
That
back.
actually sounds accurate.
He thinks back and actually has that. Oh fuck yeah, you're right. Kind
Flashbacks.
of expression on his face.
Flashbacks to Dry Hollow and just tipping all of the bookshelves over domino style.
Shot CG.
God, that's a pull. I forgot about that.
Same, honestly.
That is my favorite moment in this game ever.
Not throwing the bear trap down at a bear.
That's a close second.
Fair enough.
But Corvin, so I think it's a good idea to go take it to Theon, but we're kind of in on this together, and I don't want to, jump to conclusions. What do you think?
We should definitely take it to Theon, but I don't know. Just something like this. The potential of using it. I can't stop thinking. My mind is just it's an endless bit of possibility that this could help us immensely. So many scenarios, so many solutions.
Well, can you use it right now?
Whereas I am proficient in the arcane, there's a certain way that wizards do it other than people like myself can. But I just need time.
Well, if we take it to Theon might have an idea, like how to make it a little bit easier, a bit better.
I agree. Just don't feel like I want to give it up.
Well, I understand, because this is something pretty massive, not gonna lie. but it's also not something we can really do with. So, if we're gonna like use it as a resource for everybody, she just kind of like gestures, and including yourself, Theon would probably be the first stop. Whether it stops there, I don't know.
Unfortunately, isn't he tied up with Cedric in the war effort?
Isn't
I
Cedric
assume-
here?
Theon is here.
Yep.
I understand that, but no. What I'm trying to say is that it just feels like we have a small window to pick his brain, where something like this might require more time.
It just doesn't really have an answer and just kind of thinks. So, what are our options then? I'm still all fine for Theon, but did you have another idea?
Let's talk to Theon first and see what he thinks of it, and I'll think of something after we have our discussion.
Okay.
So you guys are going to talk to Theon, correct?
Sounds like it.
We're like sprinting to Theon, but yes.
Okay. You two move to find Theon. You're able to do so relatively easily. Theon's a pretty unique figure to make out amongst the castle, amongst the confines of the castle. You are able to find him, and he kind of looks to you both and goes, "Ah, hello.
Hi, Theon. Welcome back.
Thank you. It's good to be back. I trust that you
I-
two have something to ask me about."
We may have stumbled upon a book of immense potential and possibilities, and it seems to be locked to a certain expertise, so to speak. Flitz, if you may.
Here you go. Have you ever heard of something called the Vault?
Gives you a very curious and confused look for a moment, and goes, "Vault," and you hand it to him, yeah?
Yeah.
How did you two acquire Drew's spellbook? And he-
That makes sense.
He kind of like flips it open.
Have you ever heard of the Enigma Gate?
I have, and now he squints slightly, like, "Oh, I don't like where this is going."
Well, we may have gone into the dream space of Adam Acosta to hopefully get the Breast of Muldoon away from the Nightmare Sage, and as well as we were snooping around in a certain area that was in the college where he went to, where he was enrolled in, and found this.
I have many questions, but not nearly enough time to ask them all. Well, I will tell you that this is a very interesting find. The vault is used within the Lecture Magus College as I mentioned before, it was Drew's spellbook. It is used as a magical dictionary for the students. That's why it's found within the library. It requires special access that you get from either Drew or the librarian, and many students use it to gain access to basic spells, so that way they don't have to... Because the school doesn't make students pay for the proper books to learn spells. They're just able to transcribe them with the proper time. That's what this is for. It kind of taps it slightly. Well, students are looking for reference for a spell that they need to learn or study.
So wait,
Oh.
does that mean now there's a duplicate?
From your explanation, I would have to speak with Drew, but that does seem to be the case. Which this is a very, and he kind of gestures with the book, a very immense find if there's now a copy of this book. One that, if he would allow, I'd be willing to take off your hands for a modest fee. I think I have a few tomes that perhaps your group can find useful.
Forgive me for being selfish, but I was actually curious to see if you, or if you don't have time, Drew, could show me how to access such a fine artifact.
He thinks for a moment. With all due respect, the teachings between bards and wizards is vastly different, and that is not in a way of degrading either of them. They're both very respectable professions. However, their differences do make things like book learning, and he kind of gestures with the book again, and he throws up quotes with the other hand, difficult for those outside of wizardly expertise. We could attempt it, but the results are varying.
You will find that I am a quick study in just about anything I come across.
Oh, I see. No. Certainly not out of the realm of expectation. So, in terms of getting into this book, learning spells from the vault, and this is just an explanation into how this would work. Learning spells from the vault would require one of two things. It would take either levels of wizard, which I am pointing that out mainly because you guys only have so many levels left to begin multiclassing, or depending on the spell you would want to learn, it would take significant time and effort equal to whatever the spell level would be. So if you want to learn, say, a first level spell, that would take a certain amount of time and money, just because that's how, you know,
That's how wizards do it.
that's how wizards do it. That would increase exponentially as you go to higher and higher levels. So while learning books from, or learning spells from this book is possible, it will take significant time and money to be able to do so.
Sounds like the cheaper option would be to multi-class.
It would be, which again brings up the issue of you guys only have so many levels to multi-class. You also, in either regard, well, sorry, not in the wizard regard, in the second regard, you would also need to be attuned to the book.
Ooh.
Which means we wouldn't be able to give it away as a resource.
Correct. That's why it's difficult as compared to just being a wizard. And this doesn't. This would apply to anyone in the party who wanted to try to learn spells from this book. And of course, these standard class restrictions would apply in that, like, a paladin, Rovan, couldn't learn a 9th level spell.
Yeah.
However, in doing this, you wouldn't be or just completely flew out of my head.
Like, he wouldn't really be bound by not knowing certain spells. He'd have a pretty good list right there.
You wouldn't be bound by class restrictions. So you could learn a cleric spell or a wizard spell if you wanted to.
Just lower levels?
No. Any level, again, just based on what level you wanted, equal time.
Oh, you mean by
and
individual
money.
spell?
Mhm.
Ah.
Because if you were to take levels in wizard, since it's the spell book, you would just have access to all those spells. If you were to attune to it. However, if you are also a wizard, you could also just take less time and less money to also just transcribe them into your own book. But essentially, long story short, there's no way to start pulling stuff from this book that's going to necessarily be easy.
I am hearing you. I am just weighing a lot of options.
Yeah, you're good.
I'll just throw in my 2 cents since this is now kind of Joe's project. I'm kind of the opinion that, like, I think it would be better for us if we were to trade it off.
He is
But
offering you, he said specifically, tomes.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
What he didn't specify is what those tomes consist of.
Yeah. I will also throw out that it's entirely possible, like, if you are going to multi-class into wizard, and this, I might be getting this completely wrong, but you'd only have access to, like, certain levels, spells of wizard, right?
No, actually. From what J-Frost shared when he multiclassed into a warlock, and I actually have the spell list the spell slot calculator up right now. Even if I do that, I will have access to those spell slots. Like, it doesn't matter.
No, not the spell slots, the spells, like the leveled spells.
Well, at that point, I'd have the book.
But, like, even though you're level 3, let's just say you're level 3, so that would mean you would have second level wizard spells. That doesn't mean you would be able to cast, like, wish and shit, right?
Correct. I'm pretty sure. I'm a double check, but I believe that is the case.
Well, technically speaking, it is a bard spell too.
I know.
Like, I wouldn't. The spells that go into my own spell book, yes, but not from this artifact. Because this is like, it's kind of like with the mandolin, where I have access to spells outside of my own spell list and can cast it, thusly. We can have a discussion, like a bigger discussion.
Yeah, that might be a better idea.
This
How about
sounds
this?
like a whole ass conversation that
Yeah.
takes too
How-
much time.
How about this, Tart? For the sake of brevity, what is Theon offering? And then, like, we can figure out above game what we want to do with it.
Do you want me to roleplay it in character, or do you want me to just tell you?
We can roleplay. That's fine.
He takes you both into his study, and he sets the book down on his desk, the one that you have handed to him, the vault. And he goes over and he starts looking at the shelf. Let me see, where does I... Ah, here. And he pulls out a collection of 3 tomes. 3 rather... not huge tomes, but decently sized tomes, all bound together. And he goes, if you were to offer me this book, I would pass you this. And he sets them on the table. Before you are the Tome of Clear Thought, the Tome of Understanding, and the Tome of Leadership and Influence.
Ah!
For your group's disposal. Which, for those who don't know, those together allow you to upgrade not just your wisdom, intelligence, and charisma stats, but also their maximum.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So you could push so for anyone who has the high enough stat, could push wisdom, intelligence, or charisma, potentially up to 22 in this current regard, with how your party does your stats.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Oh, that's tempting.
I might be tipping in that direction, I'm not gonna lie.
I figured when he said tomes. Oh god.
He's offering you all 3 of these.
Can I make a suggestion?
Please.
Probably wait for now. Like, don't make a spur of the moment decision. Bring it to the others in game so everyone can discuss it.
That's not a bad idea, especially because this would be something that we would give to everyone else.
You're definitely going to be getting a look of keep that thing away from me as we weigh this decision.
Yeah.
Rid me of temptation. Now, to clarify,
Alright.
this is, if I remember correctly, you can only use these books once. So you can't
Yes.
just do it over and over and over again and gain infinite points.
And if I remember correctly, you have to do it within a span of 2 weeks?
It's 48 hours over the course of 6 days.
Right.
So you have to spend 2 out of 6 days reading.
As an elf, no problem.
That sounds like paradise to me.
Yes, I remember now. Each book gets one use, and then the magic is lost and comes back in a century.
Hmm. Yeah, I think this is something we're gonna have to talk about above game. This is a hell of a deal.
Totally
Mhm.
fine.
So,
We might have to have a meeting about this.
Totally fine.
yeah. I also think that if it's all right, like, this would also be a good stopping place for this scene, because I know everyone else got their own shit.
Absolutely.
Yeah, please.
So, with that, Theon understands and offers you to come to him at any point if you wish to pursue this deal. And he gives you back the vault, and he takes the 3 tomes back. With that, we are going to move on. I don't know why I just rolled my d20 as if that was going to tell me who the fuck was next. Okay. Up next, Lily.
Yes.
What are you doing? Out of curiosity. What do you wish to do? Anything you wish to do?
Love my big tall Goliath?
Fair enough.
Because we just went through hell of an ordeal.
You head home. Understandably. Or no, because Genia's not home. She's in the castle at the moment. You head to the room that you two have been sharing during the course of her time here, and you find that she's not there. Go ahead and make me an investigation check. Not necessarily to find her, but just to see, for the sake of time, how long it takes you to find her.
17.
It doesn't take you long. As you're sort of going throughout the castle, you're kind of looking, you're not entirely sure where she could be. And then you realize you have a thought, a theory that emerges in your head. One that's not great, but could potentially be the case. You realize you have a whole Oz in your basement, and Oz tried to kill Genia. You connect the 2 pieces, and you're like, oh fuck. And you begin to find yourself heading down into the basement, into the dungeons. You head over to where the Iron Cathedral is, and as you begin to approach, you hear the, not shouts, but the argumentative speech of Genia, who, speaking with the 2, like, royal guards by the entrance to the Iron Cathedral she goes, "Let me in, I want to see him." And you hear one of them go, "I'm terribly sorry, you shouldn't even be down here. But we cannot allow you entry. If you continue to cause a scene, we're going to have to detain you." And Genia kind of, fine, whatever, asshole. And you hear him just kind of go, okay. And she begins to turn to walk, and she sees you, and she goes, Lily!
What are you doing down here?
I want to see him. Captain Timbus, do you know this individual?
My girlfriend.
I see. Well, your girlfriend has been standing here for the past few minutes requesting that we allow her to... Sorry, demanding that we allow her to see Oz, while we've been put under strict orders not to let anyone see him. Not anyone outside of your group, at least.
You continue with those orders. She shouldn't be down here.
Lily.
And Lily gives a look.
She gives you a look back. I want to see him.
He's already tried to kill you once, Genia.
And
I
what's he
am
gonna
not.
do now?
We don't know. I don't want you near him until we know how to get rid of him.
I just want to know why. Nobody's told me anything. Not even you.
I haven't had time. I literally just got back from a nightmare.
Theoretical or literal?
Both?
I would normally say theoretical, but I see the tiredness in your eyes.
I'm healthy, but I'm so tired. And she looks at Genia with just these really exhausted look. Please, Genia. Give me time to figure out the safest way to get rid of him before anything. I promise I'll tell you everything you want to know, but I can't even see my mother till he's gone.
Lily, make me a persuasion check.
Eight.
She thinks for a few moments. Fine. I'm not happy.
I didn't expect you to be happy with me for it.
As long as you know.
But I would rather see you safe than see something happen to you again. Something that I can't prevent.
You sound like my dad.
Lily kind of recoils at that.
And she moves past you. And continues out of the dungeons. One of the guards turns to you and goes, would you like us to up our security for the near future?
No. I can take care of it.
He nods. He acknowledges that. Would you like to see him before you go? Just set aside and you doubts you may have any concerns.
Lily,
He's been asking for you. above game, would you like to see Oz before you go?
That's a big responsibility.
I mean, you don't have to talk to him. You can just go in there, check on him, and then leave if you want.
Yeah, Lily will just check on him.
As Oz, who is now, rather than sitting up against the wall like he was before, or sorry, up against the wall, quote unquote, up against the wall of the chamber, sees you approach. He's now pacing rather than sitting. And once he sees that you're alone, he waves. Just kind of like a, hey, casual. And that infuriates you.
Lily just feels her blood boil and she doesn't say a word.
Do you turn to leave?
Yeah.
As you turn to leave, you go, ooh, nothing today. Perhaps next time, dearie. Do you continue to leave?
Yep. She doesn't want to say a word to him. She's not giving him the satisfaction.
Okay. You take your leave, leaving Oz within the confines of the Iron Cathedral. You check with the guards once more before you, I presume, leave the dungeons proper.
Yes.
Okay. You take your leave from the dungeons and you're not entirely sure where Genia has gone. Would you like to pursue or would you like to leave her be and sort of calm down after this?
I'm gonna give her some time.
Okay. Giving her a
Because I
little
know
time.
she's upset with me.
She a little mad. But I mean, above game, you're not exactly wrong. Right. With that being said, is there anything else you would like to do at the moment?
At the moment that I can think of, no.
Okay. You decide to spend a little bit of time getting some rest, and you go and you return to the room that you and Genia were staying in, which he's actually not in, and you kind of lay down for a little bit of get a bit of a what wasn't meant to be a nap, just a bit of a rest, but ended up kind of turning into a nap with Frostbite curled around your neck as he chokes the life out of you. Not actually, but the image is pretty funny.
I mean, you're not wrong.
If it's all right with you, I think we're good to move on for right now, if that's okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. Who is up next? Pinwheel, spinning around. Look at my pinwheel and see what I found. We're gonna move to Corey. Corey, you have a number of things that you would like to do. What would you like to do first? It's been a little bit of time since your group met with Cedric inside the courtyard. You took a bit of a pause, took a bit of a rest, and spent a little bit of time with Nexus after meeting with him. Just to sort of wind down after the shit y'all have just been through. It's been probably maybe 30, 45 minutes since then, maybe an hour. But the rest of the day seems to be at your disposal. A reminder that it's still like morning for everyone because you guys got up, you had food, and then you did the shit in the Nightmare Realm. And now it's like 9:30, 10 at this point. So, Corey, what would you like to do at this current moment in time?
Research.
Research. What would you like to
Meeting
research?
with Archiver and just the nature of things lately, schools, libraries, other things. Knowledge. She
going-
wants to read.
You're going to research Archivar?
No,
Oh, I'm sorry, I heard the name.
I'm saying she's Well, yeah, she's inspired by like
I
that
see.
and just the school environment. She's like, that's right. I like to learn.
You're gonna pull an encyclopedia off the bookshelf and start reading.
No. But she's gonna use that to research the Rune Delver.
Okay. Go ahead and make me call this a wisdom check. How's that sound?
18?
18. You are able to, in the castle's grand library, you are able to find a few books relating to the Rune Delver. Nothing super specific. A lot of these seem to be, rather than like, oh, encyclopedia articles or like Wikipedia pages, being like the Rune Delver is blah blah blah. You seem to find a number of first-hand accounts written by those associated with the term Rune Delver. You find scientists who were trying to do like thesis papers on this term, this title. And throughout all of your research, you come to the conclusion that the Rune Delver from bearer to bearer, I'm gonna say bearer, quote unquote, from wielder to wielder, have been drastically different people. Like Kaya Kadir, you knew him as almost like a librarian. He documented, he asked in-depth questions, he learned, but you see like accounts of and there's not specifically a name that you're able to tell. Well, there's a last name, but not a first name. Let me find, because I appeared to have lost it. Because I'm looking at the wrong one. That would be why. You find one under the name of Kerosis. And I'll give you spelling on that. Who was a dragonborn. Color undetermined, as that was not recorded. But the Kerosis was, rather than the vastly, from what you're reading, vastly different person that Kaya Gadir was, Kerosis was a warmonger. And used the power of the Rune Delver to escalate his conquest. And the accounts written on him are hundreds, maybe even close to 1,000 years old. This is like really old history. He was a early emperor in Devlar, when Devlar had emperors instead of kings. And I'm trying to find, because I know I have this here somewhere. That's it. He was responsible for a series of conquests known as the Iron Petal Wars. Which were, rather than one big war, was a collection of small wars that he used to bring the nation of, attempt to bring the nation of Devlar closer together, which normally seems like a flawed logic, but it seems that the power of the Rune Delver gave him a sort of influence that caused this to work properly. You're not the fading or the writing gets a bit faded. The information gets a bit faded the deeper and further you go into this, because this is a very old history. The books and tomes have been dealt the test of time. But ultimately, your conclusion is that this is extremely different from what you learned Kaya Gadir to be. While Kaya Gadir used the power of the Rune Delver to retain and learn information, learn the secrets of the world, Kerosis used it as what he would describe as a conquest of unity. His logic was that it would make the bond, it would make Devlar's bond stronger. Fighting together. Learning each other's strengths and weaknesses, and being able to build upon that. I realize that is a lot of information, so please, if you need me to repeat anything, let me know.
You said, Kerosis was responsible for the Iron Petal Wars?
Correct.
Okay, good.
It was
Then
a
I've
series
got
of conquests that he launched.
Yeah, I got that. Continue. I write fast.
Yeah. On top of that, that was probably one of the bigger ones you find. You find a number of smaller accounts where the name is where the title Rune Delver is also almost mentioned in passing. Sorry, my brain had a hiccup as I was thinking to myself. But yes, it's almost mentioned in passing, as if the person mattered more than the title they held. But in terms of all your reading, you do find Kaya Gadir mentioned in here, but not by his dragon name. The human name that you got from your the human name that you got based on him from your legend lore-esque experience with him.
Wait, what?
Hold on, I'm pulling up my notes. Where is it? There it is. Above game. I forgot the name off the top of my head, but I know I have it, so I'm currently looking for it. Nicholas should have given you a name.
Or Cassian.
Nope, not that name. His human name.
I'm looking.
Oh. I don't have a human name. Sorry.
Hold on. Because he did give it to us.
He did give it to us, or to you, and I know I have it somewhere. I'm just struggling to find it.
Nashar?
I might just
Nope, that is something different.
Damn.
I might just not have it because I wasn't at that session.
I'll find it.
An ASMR named Runa?
Runa, that's it. Thank you. Thank you. You see the detailed accounts. God. You see the detailed accounts of, and a lot of this you already learned about because of your experience with Kaya Gadir, but you see written down the notes and accomplishments of Runa, who you know to be Kaya Gadir. Runa being their human or their Aasimar guys. And you know that Runa was heavily against the current what's the word I'm looking for? Not stand-up, stalemate, quote unquote, between the gnomes and the goblinoids of Flambor. You also know that Runa was a big advocate for universal medicine.
Medicaid, motherfucker.
Not just Medicaid, but in looking in this, it looks like they were trying to attempt to find a cure for void fever. Also, I hear him down there. Feel free to harass him if you wish.
Yeah, I'm gonna go do that.
Do it. Do it loudly so we can hear. Just gonna wait here a moment for them to return. How are you doing, gang? I hear her yelling at him. Oh, my dog is being accosted. Hold on. Prisoner. Go. This way. Come back, you bitch.
Did I hear come back, you bitch?
That sounds like it.
Fair enough.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Fair enough. You notice I can't pitch my voice higher anymore?
Actually, not that I realized it, yeah.
Nugget has been arrested.
Well, sorry, now that you say something, yes.
I'm starting to struggle with it.
Fucking goon has been arrested.
Did you say come back here, bitch?
Come back here, you bitch. Yes, I did say that to
Okay.
Nugget. Because he was up
Just
here,
make-
and I was about to pull him into my room, and they turned around and started going back down the stairs. Fucking punk-ass bitch.
Okay.
Alright, so, in conclusion, out of all the things you find, each account of the Rune Delver is vastly different from every other account. And this kind of adds to what Kaya Gadir was telling you, in that the Rune Delver itself, rather than the title defining the person defines the title. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. That is what you are able to glean in your research. And this research takes a couple hours, as you go through quite a number of accounts. Quite a few tomes.
Did any of it say? Well, I guess this is just the first time she's really looked it up.
Did any
It's
of
a boon, but like, what did it do?
Again, each account is different.
Ah!
If you want me to, based on your wisdom check, I can give you an answer to that above game. If that is what you want.
I don't know what. It feels like cheating.
It's not cheating. It's a confusing concept.
Yeah, I guess whatever you think the 18 is worthy of.
The 18 The boons you receive are based on the person you desire to be. Kurosis was a conqueror. Their boons allowed them to influence the people that they conquered. Despite conquering them, he was able to bring them together. Kaya-Gadir sought knowledge, sought secrets.
Sorry, you bought it for a sec. I'm guessing
I?
you said
Yeah, just a
Kaya-Gadir.
Ah! I bought. Where did I get cut off?
No, you
Well-
like did it for like words, like just singular words,
I
not
see.
like period, not a period of time.
Okay. Kaya-Gadir sought secrets, sought knowledge. Their boons allowed them to heavily invest in their research. They were a researcher. They tried to investigate medicine and cures for diseases that had no cures yet. The person you desire to be is what the boon helps you become. You, Kore, have sought a lot of knowledge. You sought a lot of answers to questions. Therefore, the Rune Delver boon, your first boon, was giving you access to that answers via legend lore.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make more sense?
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
I hope that clears up a bit more of the confusion. Because I
Yeah,
know
it
I've
does,
been
yeah.
quite vague with it.
Yeah, you fucking have. All right, give me just a second to write that, and
All good?
We're good. Yeah.
But yes, it ultimately comes down to the person you wish, or the boons help you become the person you wish to be. In Night City, you can become. If it is all right with you, Punk, I'm going to move on to someone else. And that
Yeah, go on.
I know some people have other stuff they want to do. I am going to come back.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. We are going to move on to who hasn't gone yet? We're going to move on to Rovan. Rovan, what would you like to do, homie?
I like to just kind of rest up and probably go back to my room and just kind of like,
You're gonna nap.
just lay down in bed and just, unwind a bit. Not fall asleep, but, contemplate.
What are you contemplating? Tell me this thing. He says, putting his head in his hands. Or his hands under his chin, rather.
Ravan's just gonna contemplate, getting... He doesn't really remember the last bit of the adventure, but he's a little bit happy with himself that they have the breast of Muldoon, correct?
Correct.
Breastplate of Muldoon?
You recall striking a deal with Arkavar. However, the details of that deal are lost to you.
He's just gonna lay down, looking up at the ceiling, and just go, no one suffers. And he kind of just holds on to Raikiri. He just still keeps looking up at the ceiling. And just thinks on the entire adventure so far with everything. Replaying past fights, replaying past glories, past defeats. And so at that moment, he just immediately says, "It is a good life." And with that, he just puts Raikiri off to the side and decides to take a nap. Just happy that the mission was a success.
Sets Raikiri down to the side. And as you begin to drift into a bit of a nap, you swear you hear the rumble of thunder. You check to see the storm that is approaching. But it's a perfectly blue day outside. Sunny, calm. A good omen, perhaps. But who's to say?
Kind of.
On.
Oh, yeah.
Based on your noble sacrifice, Raikiri is going to level up.
Ooh.
We will get into what that means. Actually, do you want to get into what that means now, or would you like to do that after the session?
I'm gonna be honest, that's completely up to you, Tard. I'm fine with either or.
Yeah, I'll just go ahead and tell you. What is the last update I gave you, the last level up I gave you for Raikiri?
So, the last update that Raikiri got was the Storm Counter at level 3, which Raikiri now has the Storm Counter ability if someone rolls a natural 1 on a melee attack roll.
I meant the sword. What was the last upgrade I gave you for the sword?
Oh, okay, sorry.
You're good.
In terms of the sword, one-handed got increased to 1d10 plus 6 slashing, 3d4 lightning. And the two-handed became 1d12, same as the 3d4 lightning.
Give me one moment. I want to check something.
Oh, by all means.
I'm just pulling up your sheet just to harass you for a moment, just because I want to make sure I give you the right upgrade.
Oh, good, buddy.
I thought so. Ravan. As Raikiri's form grows a little bigger, and more red stripes begin to encompass its body. Red stripes, now a bit similar to the one that you made with your father. The father that you despise. Raikiri is now a +3 weapon.
Good shit.
So, feel free to update that appropriately.
Of course.
And do me one other favor.
Sure, give me just 1 second, boss.
Yeah, you're good. Take your time.
Alrighty.
One last thing. Roll me a wisdom save. Without your aura.
Oh boy. This is gonna hurt. Without aura. Oh, hey.
Woof.
Hey, buddy.
Uh-huh.
I'd like to expend one of those inspirations.
You're gonna expend an inspiration? Go for it.
Yes, please, and thank you, boss.
You're welcome. If that had landed on the 2, I would have lost my mind.
That would have been fucking funny.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everybody come on and slap me upside the head.
So is it +9 with the aura?
Without the aura.
It's plus
Actually,
9
hold
for
on.
wisdom saves without
No,
the aura.
no, with the aura. With aura.
Okay.
With aura, sorry.
What is it
So that
without
would be,
the aura?
so minus 3, that would be 18.
18. The rumble of thunder on the horizon as you almost like kind of roll over and you look and seeing that there's no actual storm approaching. It sends a bit of a strange sensation down your spine. Not quite a chill, but where most would see this as calm, relaxing, a nice day, there's a sense of foreboding behind it for you. You recall your conversation with Cord back on Stormcaller Peak.
Mm-hmm.
It is not called Stormcaller Peak. That's my B.
It's fine. I have it if you need me to.
Sure, yeah. How good are your note-taking skills?
Pretty good considering the fact that, you know.
Apparently better than mine. I can't fucking.
Bro, I
fucked
feel
up
you.
so many names today. Good God.
It's okay, buddy. Believe
Leaf in a
me.
forest, my guy. Leaf in a forest.
I feel that. Let me pull up notes.
I'm now more curious than anything. He says, putting his hands under his chin. Now I just want to have you do it.
I feel that. Let's see. Cloudstalker Peak.
Cloudstalker Peak. You remember your conversation with Cord on Cloudstalker Peak and his offer to you. And since that point, there's been almost an itch in the back of your mind. Like you're being watched by the Stormlord. But more than that, there's a sense of loneliness. In the sense that Atlas, the god who you've pledged your loyalty to, pledged your duty towards, has not made a similar offer, has not even reached out to you like Cord did. And that doesn't sit right with you. You don't know if it's jealousy, a crisis of faith perhaps, or bad omen. But something doesn't feel right. You feel a bit of a well in your stomach that you, based on your save, are able to shake off. And you are not going to take a point of exhaustion.
Oh, thank God.
About,
Still.
sorry, go ahead.
Oh, go on. No, I interrupted you. Sorry.
I was just going to continue.
Oh, by all means.
An undetermined amount of time goes by. Perhaps you're not really sure around the about how much as you're being aroused. Make me a survival or nature check.
I am not good in either. I'll take the one I
It's
have.
not that important of a check, so it doesn't really matter.
Survival it is.
You know when you take a nap and you wake up, and you are like, what fucking year is it?
Yes!
Like, the good naps?
Yes!
You've probably been asleep. You don't know how long, but it's probably been no more than an hour or two, but it feels like it's been 6 days.
Oh.
as you're
Oh.
being jostled lightly by Kieran. Ravon, you went to sleep in your armor again.
Oh, shit. Oh, hey, sorry. Kind of looks down and goes, oh. Fuck.
Are you okay?
Yes, Ugh. That was a hell of a mission. And also... Ugh.
Yeah?
I don't think I'd like to do that ever again.
What did you do?
I saw weird things, Kieran. Weird things.
I see.
And Ravon kind of just goes, okay, imagine, and he's kind of like doing the whole small, so listen thing. Like, you know, the big giant armored dude that's got like all the arrows sticking out of him as he's trying to explain something to the little guy. That's Ravon. He's basically going, okay, so listen, there was like this weird giant centipede-like thing that had like hundreds of arms and a singular eye.
You have very weird dreams.
It was weird, Kieran.
Uh-huh.
Also, how are you doing?
I am okay. I saw that you were asleep and just wanted to talk to you. How do I explain this? Sorry, I should reiterate. How do I explain this that doesn't make me seem like a weirdo? Ravon, you have a very conflicted aura about you. And I mean that literally. That's a thing I can do now. I can see auras.
You can see auras?
Apparently. I didn't know I could do that. But after the whole thing with Zygmodus, I've been able to do things I never was able to before. I guess we'll call it a level up of sorts. But yeah, I can see auras. And yours is incredibly conflicted, and I was hoping that, you know, throughout the course of, you know, this, which kind of gestures between the two of you, that things would get a bit better, but something is very obviously bothering you, and I've been trying to help you see past it, because I didn't want to bother you about it, but I don't think we can ignore it anymore. What's going on with you?
Ravon kind of straightens himself up in the bed and he just goes, I will be honest with you, Kieran. Something does not sit right within me, at least on the grounds of faith. Ever since Cord's appearance and his talk, Atlas has not talked to me either. One god has approached me, but the god that I am still servant and faithful to, nothing. There is no message, no omen, no nothing. It does not sit well with me.
Have you tried seeking him out?
I'm going to be honest, Kieran, I wouldn't know how to do that. And considering, well, the faith of Atlas, I don't think I'm going to find a very giant godlike titan, you know, holding up the sky.
I'm gonna roll a religion check for her real quick. That's a good fucking roll. Hold up. I gotta check her modifier. Just because I want to see what the proper total on that is. Yep, that sounds about right. Well, you could always do what I did. When I had I mean, this is not exactly the same, but when I felt lost, I took a bit of a pilgrimage. And, well, I'll say that my pilgrimage was definitely more eventful than most people was. And you realize that she's referring to the events on Mount Doomhorn.
Oh yeah, no, those were very harrowing, especially the flesh thing.
But despite everything that happened, reaching the peak and finding that clarity, it really helped set me straight for the future. Maybe it could do the same for you. It doesn't have to even be Mount Doomhorn, but I mean, if I remember correctly, Atlas has like a thing with mountains. That's like the whole thing now, is that the rumor is that Atlas became the mountains that hold up the sky.
The pillars of the world.
There's no bigger pillar in this realm than Mount Doomhorn. Doomhorn. You don't have to, but it's a suggestion.
Ravon thinks about it, and above game, Mount Doomhorn is the tallest mountain in the entirety of the realm, correct?
It is the largest mountain in the realm.
Ravon would actually think about it. He goes, "You make a good point. Maybe I should go to Mount Doomhorn. It is tallest mountain in all of lands. Would make sense."
You got plenty of people who could get you there.
True. You know what? I think I will make pilgrimage. Ravon kinda just... He perks up a little bit and thinks... It would be good. Allow the soul to... be free a little bit. Prayer is not the only way. One must also take action.
I'm rolling one more thing for her real quick.
Okie dokie.
Okay. And I know you're also a bit conflicted in this whole Atlas and Cord thing. But you also don't have to necessarily pilgrimage in the same way I did. I know some gods like tribute via combat, which you're very good at. Some like material tributes. But if you're looking for peace and sanctimony, this may be the way to go, or just find whatever makes you happy and do that.
What I like to do that makes me happy is simple. Help out. But... no. I should go out and seek out my god. I cannot just rely upon his whim to come to me. He's busy. I must go to him.
Well, you're probably gonna have to talk to Theon or Reno or somebody about getting you there, as you know that's literally a realm away.
Agreed. In fact, I think I will do that right now. And Ravon kind of gets up and he goes, "Thank you, Kieran." And he immediately
Hey
hugs
guys,
Kieran.
sorry Roman couldn't make it to the bar opening. He was literally climbing a mountain.
I climbed a mountain and I turned around
But
and fell off.
but Kieran goes, "You're very welcome. I'm glad I was able to help. I'm hoping this sets you at ease a bit."
It does. It does quite a bit. Oh, I'm going to need to hurry up and go find one of them so that they can send me there. Otherwise, oh, I need to pack. Oh, crap. Get it? Can you help me grab bags? Or bag?
Yeah, yeah, I can do that.
There you go.
You two begin to scramble amongst the room trying to pack for your rather impromptu pilgrimage.
Let's see. Backpack. Yes. Healing potion. Check. Potion of frost breath. Wait, why do I need frost breath? Oh, I may need that. Alchemy jug. That is necessary. Cactus. Can cactus? Wait, hold on. Kieran, can cactus survive on mountain?
Do not take the cactus.
Okay, here, you take cactuses. I have two.
Ow! As you throw the cactus at her.
Cheese, yes. Backup cheese, yes. Backup cheese, yes. Backup cheese to the backup cheese to the backup cheese, yes. Babushka. Wait, have I used babushka in a long time? No, I have not. And just immediately puts it in the backpack and goes, still need it.
If it's okay with you, Rovan, I think we're going to move on from that point. But we are going to come back and take a look-see at your pilgrimage.
By all means.
All right. Sarah, I know what you want to do. And
Okay.
I know that there is somebody amongst you who would probably like to join you for a very specific reason.
Okay.
So, I would like to ask if before we do that, if you wouldn't mind us taking a bio break. Just because I know we've been going for
yeah.
a bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. Cool. Also, I know people might be worried about getting all their stuff in for this. Don't worry, this is likely going to be 2 sessions anyway.
Okay.
Sounds good.
We're not in
No
any
worries.
Sounds good, Chief.
Woo!
No, that is.
I know that we have plenty we want to do. We got plenty of time. So we're again not in any rush, but we are going to take a break. I know I want to go and piddle, so I'm going to go and do that. I need to also check. CG, thank you for the resub. But yes, I'm going to throw on a bit more, a bit of light-hearted music.
Elevator music?
I'm going to go acquire ice cream.
I just ate mine.
What the fuck?
Lighthearted, you say?
Lighthearted, right? That's lighthearted.
I think you lit
Fuck
my
you.
heart on fire and burnt it to ash.
Yeah, I think so.
Which is funny, because the name was Ashes.
Do
I
have
don't
the
remember
elevator
playing Dark
music?
Souls.
Oh, I still
You
have
should.
the elevator music. There we go.
Yeah! Ah,
I
shit,
am
this
so-
music slaps.
I
I am so happy
love
right
the
now.
elevator music, though.
I am so happy.
Do I have enough time to make a milkshake?
You have a couple minutes.
If you go now,
Yeah, you're gonna want to start that now.
I'm gonna go grab me some soft serve ice.
I'm gonna go use the bathroom and probably get a bit of water. So, thank you
I'm
all
gonna
for joining
refill
us
the
thus
water.
far, and we will be back in a few minutes.
Ben and Jerry's located. Hello? I appear to be alone. So I guess it's time to vibe out in the elevator, baby. We're going up 10 feet every 6 seconds. This is like a service lift.
Yes.
Do 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 do. I wonder which interdimensional plane would use this music as their waiting room. Like, would this be in hell, or would this be in the upper planes? That's right, chat. You have to listen to me as I have random ideas. Fear and lament your fate. Also sounds like we're having a fair bit of, quotes, bonding exercises going on.
I have returned.
Welcome back.
I hope to God that book does exactly what I'm hoping it does.
We'll find out. But if it does, there's one major downside you have not taken into consideration.
What's that?
You're gonna have to add all of them to your character sheet.
That is a price I am willing to pay.
And now I understand why CG had a running commentary on elevator music.
I return with food.
Ooh. Actually, that sounds good. I have a piece of cake waiting for me.
Nice.
So.
It's a good session.
Oh yeah, very good session. I do apologize for taking up a good hour of it.
Good buddy.
We all got our time in the spotlight. Plus-
Go ahead.
That's a big thing to wonder what we're gonna do about it.
The book?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like, I will admit, my vote to keep it is pure selfish. But my spell choice headache goes away.
Okay, but hear me out. Let's go with the wild card option. We make Chip a wizard.
No. No, then he would be the BBEG.
Another way of looking at it, Joe. your spell choice paralysis goes away, and then comes back tenfold the first time you go into combat.
I will have a spell for every situation, just saying. The only thing I would be bound by is my funds and spell slots. Because seriously, all my money would be going into some spell components.
Mm-hmm. By the way, I'm not sure if I said it or not. Oh, welcome back.
Hello.
Not sure if I said it or not, but I'm currently enjoying milk and cookies from Ben and Jerry's.
Ooh.
I
It
love
is-
that shit.
It is quite delicious, and I was much more enthused about it when I learned that there's no cookie dough in it. It is just cookie.
That was my
'Cause,
favorite Ben and Jerry's flavor.
It's your favorite? I can
Oh.
understand why. This is a solid pick. This is the first time I've had it, so good choice.
Back.
Oh.
Sorry.
Hello.
I have a banana pudding milkshake because Bluebell does a banana pudding ice cream and it is fantastic. And I also threw in some golden Oreos because I prefer golden Oreos.
Understandable.
This is good. This is pitching.
So is this fucking ice cream. Dear God.
I'm just munching on a donut.
What kind of donut?
Glazed.
Fair enough.
Yeah, my mother-in-law bought us groceries last week. Shockingly, the donuts stayed.
Not bad.
You know what's been neat about the session? I've had to roll very few things.
Woo!
Well, that's not entirely true. I've had to roll a few things, but compared to the last few sessions where I was rolling a lot, this is far more manageable.
It's nice when when you can kind of kick your feet up and not have to not worry about a DMPC with the party.
Oh, Tart.
Hmm.
And not to confuse anything, I may say nice things, but you're still #1 trauma inducer in my Discord.
Am I really? Let's go.
No, like personal, our DMs. I changed your nickname. Because you
I
can
don't
do
think
that
I
now.
saw that because I looked very recent. I'm still the Turbo Himbo in there.
No,
Yeah.
in our DMs.
Oh. Wait, you can change names in DMs?
Yeah,
I click my name. Yes, you can.
I didn't know that because for me it still shows my name.
I
think
have
it's
it
only
as
per
#1 trauma inducer. I have Spooky Ghost for Ghost.
How do I change it? I want to change yours.
Ghost has mine is Wibber. Ghost and Sean are still the only ones who can get away with calling me that.
How do I change your name?
Right click on the person's name on the message and then change friend
Add
name.
friend nickname. Big Stimky.
Of course.
But how's this not here?
Oh, I was unaware I could do this. I'm gonna abuse the shit out of this amongst my friends.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
What have you unleashed?
You can also close DMs. Oh, whoops.
Hi.
Yes,
Yes,
just
I am
delete the
still
DMs.
having internet issues.
Okay.
Joe has me in there as Broski the nerd.
You are. You're a bro, and you're a nerd.
I love that though.
So, Sarah,
You can add friends to your
oh
favorites
my
now?
God, People Doge hug. I love that. So Sarah, because of the internet issues, do you want to perhaps save your thing for next week?
Well, who was the other person that you wanted to go with me?
Corey. Corey wants to do something in Evergreen. Specifically in Dracula.
Corey, would you be, or not Corey, Punk, would you be okay with waiting until next week to do that?
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's going to be the safer bet.
Okay, that's totally fine. I just wanted to confirm because I didn't want to get into it and then have to keep pausing because your internet keeps cutting out and having
Right.
not only put a pause on your thing but also pause the session for everyone else. So what I will
Right.
do is that we will do, provided all internet and stuff is okay next session, we'll do your thing first. How does that sound?
Okay. Yeah, I'm just looking at my calendar. What I can also do is I can have my mom bring me the adapter so that I can use my phone for Discord instead.
Okay.
So I can do that and let you guys know what's going on. But I think
I'm
for
still
now,
terribly sorry because I realize that does kind of put you on like the back burner for the session, and I feel bad
No.
about that.
no, not at all. I completely understand. So we will wait until next week to do mine and just have it be that.
You know what? Because we're doing that, enjoy a free inspiration.
Woo!
Yep.
Eek.
Okay, thank you.
Free inspiration. Alright. Let me do roll call really quick. Ahem, as I pull out my clipboard as I take class attendance. CG?
I'm here, sir.
Alright. Frost. J Frost.
It's your first.
Your first. Alright. Write that down. Joe. Just Joe.
It's pronounced Balake.
How do you spell that?
Yes.
Got it. Miss Yard Dog. First name Punk.
Here.
Or is it all one word? I'm terribly sorry.
One word.
One word. Got it. The Gay? River the Gay?
That's me. Can confirm. Pretty gay.
And
Could be gayer.
and Sarah.
Back it up.
It's pronounced Sarah.
Sarah. Got it. Is that with an accent or what? Or a hyphen perhaps?
Accent.
Accent. Okay. Got it. Alright.
The funny thing is, with my job, I've seen so many people that actually have it spelled SARUUAH.
Are you
U-U-A-H?
What?
It gets stupider.
Sarua.
Oh my god.
Hey, Ron.
Hey,
Where
hey,
is
Ron.
Ron?
Hey, I still have to laugh that you had a Weston Smith come through.
Oh, yeah. You have no idea. Like, I had to double, for chat, I had to double back on that one. Like, huh, that sounds a lot like, oh, wait, the fuck a second. It was, like,
actually me
checking
fucking
everywhere.
with Joe. Eyes emoji.
You're supposed to be dead.
You're supposed to be
Come
dead.
on.
But
Son of a bitch.
with that being said, let's get back into it. We're going to pass it on over to Flit. Because Flit, I know that you and Corvin wanted to work on the book, but I know you also had a thing you wanted to do. A couple things you wanted to do.
I will leave it up to you, DM, which one would be more appropriate at this time to pursue.
We'll go with the Toshi thing, as Reno is currently handling a bit of business, if that's cool.
Mm-hmm. So, Flit, after kind of separating from Corbin, is going to kind of go back and head to her room, and she's going to find a place to just kind of look like, because she has a new plant to add.
Correct.
So she's going to start
That plant is still
looking.
fine, by the way.
Hmm?
That plant is still fine, by the way.
Ooh. She's going to find a place to plant some seeds from the milk bark flower
Okay.
and add it to her plant collection.
All right. Easy enough. You're able to add it to your plant collection. Your plantonomicon, if you will.
And as she does, she's going to reach out and while she is tending to the plants, she goes and she kind of like starts tilling some soil with her hand, and while she's doing it, her fingers become sharper and more distinct claw-like shapes. She doesn't even notice that she's doing it until about halfway through, when she knows that she's scraping the bottom of the pot, and an actual like scraping sound occurs, and she pulls her hands out. She looks at her. It's actually fully claw shaped at this time, as opposed to the kind of gentle claws from her lizard folk traits. This looks more like like an animal's claw, something to attack and defend with. Where'd this come from? She looks over herself and she notices that her other hand is in a similar state. What's going on? Ah! She bites the inside of her mouth and she knows that her mouth is full of razor sharp teeth. This is weird.
It's around this point where Toshi kind of hearing your reaction kind of peeks his head out from inside your cloak. Just kind of curious, perhaps a tad worried.
Oh, Toshi! And she's gonna hold out her finger for like Toshi to just kind of come down on and perch on it.
You see Toshi seeing I wouldn't call it a disfiguration, but a change in your physiology kind of recoils a tad, just like, whoa. And then kind of gets a bit closer, almost like a dog, like leaning in to sniff a finger, just like gets in a bit closer and just kind of investigates and slowly makes his way on top of your hand.
She's going to do the Malem little thing, but she kind of scrapes her tongue against the sharp teeth, just hesitates for a little bit, and then does the Malem. Hey, it's still me. Don't worry. Just, I'm used to shifting around. This is strange.
Toshi kind of gives you a curious look, kind of tilts his head like a dog. Toshi has Apparently has very dog-like behavior, as I'm now noticing. Doesn't help
You
that
mean-
we're posting a bunch of dog gifs in the Discord.
Toshi, dog-like behavior from the DM who owns a dog? No.
The DM who is a dog.
Also true.
I was gonna say, yeah, the personification of a dog.
She kind of looks a little bit, and as she does, she notices. She kind of like looks at the claws. She thinks about it, and they recede. And she thinks about it, and the teeth kind of recede, and she goes back to her normal self. Huh.
As yours recede, you see Toshi kind of bare his teeth a little bit, and they're very like big and jagged, kind of like the ones you were just experiencing, and he just kind of just kind of mouths a bit. You hear the sound of the teeth clacking together as he just kind of like Pac-Mans his mouth a bit.
She smiles at that, and she,
He bites you. No, I'm just kidding.
ah! You've officially bitten the hand that feeds me. She looks at Toshi as he kind of does that, and then like something clicks in her head. Wait a minute. This is kind of like what you do.
You watch as Toshi kind of hops down from your hand onto the table, and then transforms into a copy of you, sitting on like the table in front of you. This is what you do. What I do. Oh, now I'm confused.
She laughs a little bit.
You see that the teeth are still the same, and now he looks like that gif of the Squirtle with the razor teeth.
I don't think I've actually seen that one. I'm looking that up real quick.
I just posted it.
She thinks a little bit. And then she kind of like wills herself to like see how far this goes. And she decides to consciously mold herself into a copy of, I think because it was most recently gonna, wow, his name just went completely out of my head.
Bosch?
No,
Cedric?
Help.
Reno?
not Cedric. With Corvin.
Theon.
Starts with T. Theon, thank you. I had
Wow,
Therion
what a
stuck in
me
my head.
moment.
That was the
It-
problem, is I had another word stuck in my head and replacing it.
CG, it's okay. I also. Do you know how many times I've written down that Theon owes me the bar, but I can never find the note when I go back and look for it? I know I've written at least 4 different times.
I forgot the
on
name
F.
of Cloudstalker Peak, which single-handedly has one of the most important story beats in this game, revolving a character up to this point. I forgot it, so you're good.
But she is going to shift into Theon.
You focus a bit, and you think about the form you wish to take, and you find yourself grow larger. Your scales turn that like deeper, almost like crimson red, and the blue completely vanishes. You find that your clothing changed to what you're used to seeing him wearing, and you have transformed into Theon. You see the flit in front of you, go, whoa, and then also turn into Theon. And the Theon in front of you goes, look at us. We're both super smart guys now.
Whoa. My voice went really low for some reason. That's weird.
This is weird. How can you do
she-
this now?
I don't know, but it seems like I think it might have something to do with you, actually.
Me?
It seems similar, right? And we spend a lot of time together. I like to think that we're pretty connected.
You see, he puts one of his claws like on the tip of his nose, and just kind of like starts thinking.
And Flit's just going to like take a few steps and then not be used to the new center of gravity. Oh, okay. Whoa, tall. All right. We'll slow our horses down. And she's going to change back into Flit.
Toshi also changes back into Flit.
I like the mirroring that we're doing. And she says that in character. I was like halfway transitioning the voice.
I like the mirroring we're doing.
She squints a little bit.
She squints back at you.
Wonder. I mean, if you think about it, we're pretty related. We've been with each other. You are rubbing off on me, Toshi.
Who's Toshi? I'm Flit. And then they do one of those like over exaggerated winks, like the ah.
Okay, you got me. I was actually Toshi the whole time.
J'accuse.
Still. And she kind of like shifts herself around, and this time, she takes on the form of Corvin.
Toshi follows suit.
This could be oh so wonderful for shenanigans or even just useful in general. And I guess I have to thank it all to you again.
You see Toshi go, look at me. I'm so handsome and talented. Wah, wah.
Oh, do you think we could play the mandolin now?
Wah, wah. And you see their face does like stupid like cartoonish motions. Like the mouth gets like overly big. The eyes go crossed.
Wait, hold on. I got an idea. And she is going to shift around and going to take on the form of Kore and look at her hair and see if it's actually water.
What?
Your hair is made of water. I want to see if my hair is made of water if I turn into you.
Oh. That's an interesting question.
So
I like where your head's at.
So I need to check something. Hold on.
Yes!
Alter self. Because it is an illusion. But there's nothing that says you can't interact with your own illusion, I guess?
That's the thing, actually. It's not an illusion.
You're right, that's weird.
It's legit shapeshifting.
Yeah.
It's transmutation.
So I guess the question is for Punk. Punk, is Kore's hair water? It's just like water-like, right? Punkles?
I don't know, man.
Punk now
I have
asking
an answer
questions about
for
her own
ya.
character.
You know what? I think I'll take an answer. There is now a bald Kore in this room. Aww!
I got it.
You got it?
Well,
She doesn't have it.
it's hair that behaves like water.
That's kind of how I envisioned it. It has the qualities of water, but it in itself not water.
But it is, though.
So I would have kind of
But if you're a shapeshifter, does that mean though that you would have? I have to ask the question: would you? It kind of works for in the way I envision it because she's a water genasi. So the thing is, would you have the base physical? Like, would you also have like acid resistance? If you can answer me that, I can answer your question.
Wait, I'm
it
sorry.
says
So, repeat that one more time, Punk. So
It
you're asking
depends
me
on- if alter self, it's literally transmutation, right?
Oh,
Mhm.
so you're saying if she turns into a water genasi, does she get acid resistance?
And if she does, then she would have the base, like, kind of ish magic that I'm envisioning that makes Kore's hair.
I see.
But it is water.
Ah.
as a DM, I would probably say no, just for the sake of abusability.
I would as well. So, the answer to that question is no.
So for Flit, it would be just really wet hair that behaves like, that just moves around like water.
So
It
I
would
went
be,
from
for Flit, it would be hair.
Kore to the ring girl.
No, it's not wet, just hanging down. It's still moving like Corey's hair does.
Flint's like, how does Corey manage this? Fuck.
Hair is weird.
It is. What's it like having hair now, Flit?
Meanwhile, all I'm hearing is that Corey's pillows have mold.
Excuse you.
This is really weird. And she's just gonna look to Flit. Or she's gonna look over, not to Flit, look over to Toshi. And you know, maybe it's the kid in me. I kind of want to play with this new toy. And she's gonna whisper, like, okay, so we're gonna turn around, and on the count of 3, we're gonna pick a face, and we're gonna see if we guess the same.
Okay, this should be
And-
good.
And all right, 1, 2, 3, and Flit is gonna turn around and going to be Cedric.
Flit Toshi remains as Flit.
Oh!
I'm sorry, it was the first thing I thought of.
It's fine. It's fine. And I think she's just going to play with Toshi for a little bit.
Okay. Give me one moment. I'm just answering a DM real quick. Alright. Are we good to move on from there, Flit?
Yep, I'm okay.
All right. Let me look at my notes real quick just to see what I want to do next as I also change the music. We'll go with this. Let me see. Take a little look-see at my notes. Corvin, your other thing, the thing about unbinding Adam and Marissa, remind
I
me...
figured that would take longer.
Yeah, that's gonna take longer, and so we're not gonna really roleplay that, but I will, sometime this week, if you remind me, I'll give you a more in-depth explanation as to how that whole process is gonna work.
fine by me. I figured we weren't going to do that within like I figured that was going to take like a longer period of time anyway.
Yeah, that's gonna be a significant period of time.
Yeah.
Lily, did you have anything else you wanted to do? Or you just kind of do your own thing until later?
Lily would probably actually go back to the house and finish cleaning.
Fair enough. Easy done. Or reverse that. Easy enough. You are able to go back home and you spend a good bit of the midday cleaning the rest of the house, deep cleaning. It takes a few hours, but by the time you're done and you're like done proper, you feel a lot better. There's still that lingering like kind of feeling, but it's much better now than it was before.
Lily,
And you know Genia will appreciate it.
Lily is thinking about redecorating.
Okay.
Just like
Anything
saying-
specifically?
like repainting and everything. At least like getting the supplies.
Okay.
So Lily has the idea that maybe having Genia come home and help her redecorate could kind of help things between them.
Okay. Make me. Actually, we'll play this out a little bit. Make me an investigation check to try to find Genia again.
Four.
It takes you a while to find her. More than you would like to admit, you get lost at one point, and you're just like, oh, fucking big cities. Oh, Jesus. Oh, fuck. Oh, God. Oh, man. But eventually, after way more time than you would care for, you find Genia in the city park. Sitting at a bench, looking at some birds.
Is there enough space for me to just sit down next to her?
That would be. You sit on down next to her, and she, without looking at you, just kind of goes, "Hey."
I'm sorry. I just don't want to see you hurt again.
I know.
I don't want to go through that again.
I know. I just want answers, but I know you're right, and I'm mad that you're right, and I'm just mad about everything.
Genia, he was the one that took my whole squad. And then he almost took you too.
It's at this point that she looks at you and she goes, "Oh my gods. I'm so sorry."
I was gonna tell you everything. It was so much, and everything's just been so much.
I shouldn't have put the burden on you. I'm sorry.
She reaches out and sets her hand on Genia's leg. I want you to come home. The house feels empty. It's not the same. It doesn't feel like our home anymore. I thought maybe we could just say fuck it and redecorate. I don't know. Repaint. Get bigger, spaces for a frostbite and everything.
Can we get Frostbite a little, like, cat tray?
Absolutely.
I think I remember also seeing this beautiful painting of a bowl of fruit at the market that I've been dying to get my hands on.
We pass on that.
Fair enough.
I think we could find something a little cooler than fruit.
You see, she starts thinking for a second. Do you think it'd be too much to get a dog? Probably too much to get a dog, right? At least right now.
She thinks.
Probably
Do you
too
think
much right now.
Frost? How do you think Frostbite would do with a dog?
She kind of pulls Frostbite from her neck, who's just been there.
Frostbite kind of like wiggles out. And Genia looks at Frostbite and goes, I don't know, I think Frostbite might try to kill them in their sleep. That's the face of death right there. And you look at Frostbite, and if you've seen the gif of the bear with the angry eyebrows,
Lily will just smooch Frostbite.
there we go. Angry eyebrows. If nobody's seen it.
Lily, regardless of the angry eyebrows, will absolutely just smother Frostbite with small kisses.
You hear the small, like, resistant squeaks of an embarrassed child, just like, no. Mom, you're embarrassing me.
A lot of people forget that Lily can actually talk to small creatures.
Oh god, that's exactly what you hear then. No. But the genie is just... That was my best weasel noise. Thank you, I'll be here all week.
It's actually pretty fucking cute. Shush.
And then you hear... Yeah, maybe we wait on the dog.
How about after we redecorate? We'll see. I think we need more pink.
She chuckles.
It depends on the shade, because if we don't pick a good color, I'm going to end up losing you to the camouflage.
You can already lose me to the camouflage.
Of what?
I
our white
literally-
walls?
Look, if you whack me, I can disappear.
She gives you a look of morbid curiosity.
No.
Hmm. And she
Yeah,
flicks your nose.
Do I take damage?
No, you're not gonna take damage. You can still
She
do
just-
it if you want, though.
I'm half tempted to.
It's your call. It's your ability. It's not like you got anything else going on today.
She's gonna do it.
So she flicks your nose and you vanish, and she goes, "Oh, you meant literally."
Yep. Literally.
Oh, that's weird. Also a little sexy.
She blushes as she reappears.
Things to think on later. But yes, redecorating sounds like a great idea. I don't think I can look at that house anymore, knowing that. Ugh.
I've already cleaned. I've spent.
You are.
I spent a while cleaning.
I'm gonna be honest. I looked at that house and wanted to burn it to the ground.
Please don't. I just
Buy
paid.
another.
I just paid it off.
We can get money from the insurance.
Can't be self-inflicted. No.
Okay, we'll get Twitch to burn it down then. She'd be more than happy to do it. Or Corey. Corey, I think, would take pride in doing that.
Lily thinks. I don't think Diana would let her.
Who said Diana had to know?
You would know. Don't ask. It's a thing. She would know.
You're no fun. She kind of nudges you.
I love you, Genia.
That's really gay.
Well, no shit. I'm a lesbian. What do you want from me?
But I love you too. And I love you, Frostbite. And she gets like all up in Frostbite's face and starts doing like kissy faces, and you hear Frostbite purr like a cat.
Oh, you're good for her.
Frostbite goes, she gives me extra treats when you're not looking.
Oh, does she?
Do I what?
Are you giving Frostbite extra treats?
And she looks at Frostbite. You know, you are a weasel, but you look an awful lot like a rat right now. And she starts scrunkling Frostbite.
Yes, Skrunkle the Weasel.
Scrunkle the weasel. You know what? I know exactly what this is. Shakes you violently. My favorite fucking gif in the world. But with that, you two make your way out of here and you go to begin redecorating. And we're going to move on from that if that's okay.
Absolutely.
All right. We have one more thing that we are going to do, and then everything else will be pushed on to next session. Let me change the music. And you know what that one thing is? We are going to strangle my dog. Punk, that is your cue. Get him.
Shake him violently.
Shake him violently.
On it.
Rovan. Upon gathering your things for your very impromptu pilgrimage, and not even sure what this is going to entail, not quite sure what, like, that you have everything you need or that you're getting all the right stuff to bring on this trip, you, with a bit of pep in your step even, who are you going to find? Are you going to talk to Theon, Reno, who? To try to get you travel to Gaia.
Hmm.
I hear the prisoner approaching. Criminal!
I can't believe Nugget's getting strangled.
Criminal! We are imprisoning the boy.
Smooth criminal.
Go.
Hmm.
Alright. Apologies. Couldn't find the criminal. Also, Punk has set up a baby gate.
Okay, that's funny.
Dead.
That's funny.
Who are you seeking out?
Maybe I could kill two birds with one stone. Who was it that I talked to concerning the metal acquisition?
That would be Canthmar, who is a paladin and does not have that ability. However, his steward would.
Okay, I would probably
His
say
steward, who you recall being named Sentry.
Sentry.
Specifically.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh wait, hold on. There. Sentry.
Oh, good, buddy.
Just giving you the spelling.
Yeah.
I had to make sure I
thank
put the
you.
hyphen in there.
Ah, that's right. Well, if that is the case, Ravon's gonna make a quick pit stop to Sentry and kind of just pass on the information, just wanting to see a status update and, like, or just be able to send the information out.
Okay,
if
well,
you
there is
can.
a slight issue in that Sentry and Canthmar are not in Dragon's Reach.
Oh, okay. Well, just leave a message, whenever he returns to Dragon's Reach.
Okay.
Ravon will actually go see Theon.
Okay.
Due to kind of having talked with Theon more often. I believe Theon's actually the one Ravon talked to when it came to the whole Zygmodus plan, correct?
Yes, correct.
Thank you.
So you
So,
go
yeah.
and you find Theon, who appears to be looking into a couple of his books on his shelf. You're not entirely sure why.
We'll knock on the door just to give the heads up that he has company.
Oh, Ravon. Come in.
Oh, sorry, Theon. I hope I am not disturbing you.
No, you're fine. You're fine. I actually spoke with Flit and Corvin a little bit ago about a book that they had come in possession of, which I'm sure you're already aware.
Oh, the danger book. Yes,
The danger, yes, the danger book.
yes. I keep saying books are evil.
I don't think I've heard you once say that.
Oh, well now you have.
I suppose I have.
Sorry to bother you, Theon. Do you think I could ask a favor of you?
What would that be?
Do you think you can get me to Mount Doomhorn?
Doomhorn,
Oh.
yes.
Thank you. Sorry, I'm going to make sure that I don't fuck up on any information.
No, you're good.
Do you think you can get me to Mount Doomhorn quickly?
For what purpose?
Pilgrimage.
Perhaps a bit of crisis of faith? Or just perhaps seeking clarity?
A little both.
He kind of thinks about it.
I don't know why, but I have never really gotten a chance to speak to my deity. I understand the nature of gods are a little.
Cryptic.
Yes. However, one has already approached me, but the other one remains silent. I would like to hear.
He nods a little bit. All right, I can assist you with this.
Thank you.
Are you specifically aiming for? Are you aiming for a specific section of the mountain? Perhaps the peak? I assume you don't wish to climb the mountain if you can help it.
Could I get you to repeat that, Tart?
Are you looking for a specific section of the mountain to teleport to? Perhaps the peak. I assume you don't wish to climb the mountain on top of this. On top of teleportation.
The peak would be fine. If you cannot get completely up there, I have no problem climbing.
I can certainly do my best. Alright. Let me real quick find. Ah, there you are. And he pulls a slight gem-looking object from the shelf. As this is a pilgrimage, I can assume that you are going to want to come back at your own leisure. So what I'm going to do, and he, like a, how do I describe this? Slightly, a bit bigger than an egg-shaped, gemstone. It looks like a translucent blue gemstone. He takes it in his hand, and it's like a deep blue. And you watch as where it was dark and just mildly translucent in the middle, you see as he kind of holds it in his hand, he tightens his grip around it, a bit of, like a wisp of light begin to form in the center of it. There we go. I'm going to give this to you. And he goes to hand it to you. What this will allow you to is when you see yourself fit to return, concentrate on this stone and think of the place you wish to go and concentrate only on that place. Or you may end up in, say, I don't know, Dawnfeld, the Corn Mountains, or anywhere in the realm. So, focus on the place you wish to go whenever you're ready.
I understand. And Ruban will gently take the gemstone.
All right. Go ahead and add a binding stone to your inventory.
Binding stone. Okay.
All right. Do you have everything you need? Are you ready to go now?
I am as sufficiently packed and prepared as possible.
All right. Then, I wish you a safe journey and a fine pilgrimage, and I hope you find what you're looking for.
As do I, Theon.
He nods.
Plenty is changing. And Ruban's going to actually look to Theon.
Mm-hmm.
And with a dead serious face, he goes and asks, "How has the front been? What, has Cedric said anything?"
Things could be worse, but with what's coming, not by much. He has a plan, one that he has yet to elaborate on, even to me. So as you can imagine, I am mildly fearful. But the war right now is not your concern. What your concern is right now is getting your mind straight. And more importantly, your soul. So I ask that that be your concern for the moment.
Fair enough. You do not need to completely worry about my soul, friend. I'm destined for at least a good end, if it ever comes to it.
And he kind of just gives a playful smirk and goes, "Who knows? If I manage to reach Elysium, maybe I can be permitted the chance at another life."
Theon does not laugh at that. Right. Well, wish you good luck. And he taps you on the head with the end of his staff, slightly forcefully, to where it makes like a light bonking noise.
I got disciplinary bonk.
He lightly bonks you, and you just kind of instinctually just ow.
Sure.
And you are in a flash of light, warped from this place. You're bombarded with ice cold winds, which to the average person would be devastatingly cold. But to you, not so much. You look around and it is nothing but snow and ice, sky, and mountains. As you are now on the peak of Mount Doomhorn. It's quiet. Nothing but the sound of the wind fills the air. You look over and you see the spot where Kieran scattered her mother's ashes to the winds. What do you do?
Ravon will take a deep breath of the mountain air in. He will hold it for a few seconds, letting the cold air revitalize him. And exhaling, he makes his way over to the spot. From there, Ravon would kind of set himself down. He would place his shield kind of in an upright, no, kind of in a bowl position. You would take, and he would kind of just gripping onto his family brooch. He would set it down upon the shield. He would take Raikiri. He would draw out the blade and bring out Raikiri's spirit.
Spirit of Raikiri forms to you, almost blending into the snow, all except the very vibrant red sort of marking, similar to your own, across its body.
Ravon would then, in Giant, pray silently to each and every god of his faith, of the old lands. And upon the final uttering, he would switch from giant to celestial. And he would sing out a prayer and a calling, asking that the living pillar of the world is God. Make himself known. Simply put, Ravon asks for a meeting with the man who holds the heavens.
All right. You sit there for an undetermined amount of time. You mutter prayers, song, this appeal to the gods. And after a while, after every muttering, there's nothing but silence and the sound of the wind. You sit there for a while. And after probably about an hour of this process, there's a voice that emerges from behind you. Ah, I haven't seen anyone up here in quite a while. And that is where we're going to end tonight.
Ooh.
Ooh!
Who this mysterious figure could be? Who fucking knows? Is it going to be important? Probably. I don't know. We're in you guys are level 14. Everything's important at this point.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
But thank you all for joining us. We're gonna No, Sasquatch, you can't raid me! We're rapping! Silly Sasquatch.
Thank you for rating us, though. Thank you
Thank you
for
for
thinking
the
of us.
rating.
Yo! What
Yeah.
up, buddy?
That's a good homie. That's a good
That's
homie.
a very good homie.
One of the
Sasquatch
best,
is
in
very good
fact.
peoples.
Mm-hmm. But with that being said, as we are taking a wrap on tonight's session, thank you all for joining us. Let's go ahead and send it around the horn. We're going to send it to we'll start with Ravon. J Frost, where can people find you?
Hi, everybody. You can find me on twitch.tv/jfrost747 and over on Twitter at the same username, jfrost747. Streams are gonna be a little up in the air, unfortunately, due to work being kind of cockapoo. But the good thing is, Fridays you'll be able to at least see me doing some stuff, so we'll probably always have a Friday here and there. And if not for streaming, at least for movie nights. But you can also find me doing a little bit of the Curse of Strahd over here at this lovely channel, led by our wonderful DM extraordinaire, CG. Besides that, you'll also find me over at twitch.tv/BurnoutVaughn for our Saved by the Spell campaign. And of course, things are getting a little fun, especially now that we've got Sam Raimi-verse entering into our lovely little campaign.
Spider-Man?
Okay, so if it's the Raimi verse, you have to answer me this question: where's Bruce Campbell?
Spider-Man?
More like Arachnolad, but you never know.
Spider-Man.
But other than that, that's all I've got. Punk. Yeet.
Punk.
Oh, I didn't realize you said me. Hey.
Hey.
So my name's Punkyard Dog. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, sometimes TikTok at Punkyard Dog. Kind of been taking some time for myself for a little while. I've just had a lot going on. It's taken me a while to get back on my feet in a good headspace. But I've been trying to stream more lately. One of those attempts is coming up Tuesday. In 2 days from now, it's my birthday. Probably gonna be doing some Bennett Foddy because I still haven't done that as a reward from a charity stream. Some Dragon Age, probably some Jackbox, and just whatever floats my boat that day.
Let's go.
Yee! Who hasn't gone?
Literally anyone except Jim
River.
That's me. You can find me over at twitch.tv/WickedRiver97, where I have a bunch of things I'm doing this week. I have a collab on Tuesday with a bunch of gorgeous beans, and we're going to be playing Borderlands.
Burger Bands.
The first one, which is glitchy as fuck. Even the remastered is still glitchy as fuck. And then Thursday and Friday, you can find me over at twitch.tv/ClaudeEverProud, where I normally will join him for art. And then we have a collab with Power Wash Simulator, where we're going to be doing the Croft Mansion, because, yes, give me. But that is my week. I'm going to toss it over to Joe. Also,
Go
my Joe
follow-
says hello.
Tell him he's a nerd. So you can go ahead and follow Sarah at Wolfstalker16. They will be streaming coming soon. They'll be, just go ahead and follow them. Good beans. Sedge, where can they not find you?
You can find me nowhere because I don't much care for social media, but you can find me on all those things what J Frost mentioned, which for remembrance is Tuesday is the Curse of Strahd. Our party is investigating the major end dungeon, Castle Ravenloft, in a massive raid with many moving parts that I am doing my best to keep track of, as well as inviting in a few guests who one of which may be in this game already.
It's me.
It's true.
Punk, you didn't tell us that.
She's been
Hey,
straw this entire time.
The funny thing is,
Dear God.
I invited Punk, but I didn't give Punk a character. I just said, go be Punk in the setting. So somewhere in Castle Ravenloft is Punk streaming just for no reason.
Tried to set
So-
fires.
I was gonna say, yeah, so somewhere in the castle there's a fire being started and no one knows where. It's already too late.
But other than that, you can also find me over on Strixhaven. Yeah, there's I may or may not have stepped on a landmine. I don't know what's gonna happen with that, but I did it. But that's it for me. I'm gonna pass it on over to Tart.
Oh, heck, it is me. Hello! It is me, Twitch's Puddingus Pastry. Thank you all for joining us tonight. You can find me here at twitch.tv/FartingTart, where I do D&D, I do variety games. This week, as mentioned previously, we do have The Curse of Strahd this week. I'm also putting together a game that I want to play, and I'm not going to talk about it yet because I want to make sure it works before I do it. I hope it does, but if it does work, we're going to have a good fucking time. That may or may not be this week. We'll fucking find out. Truth be told, I'm kind of stacked the first half of this week, especially because I fucking work, but we may have something happening with my dear friend River on Thursday. provided I have the extra time. We're gonna see. And then Friday you can tune in to see Johnny and I torture ourselves by continuing to play Resident Evil 6.
Oh my god, seriously?
Hey,
We gotta
it's
eat
a
our
terrible
vegetables.
game, but we're having a great time.
Yeah, we
That's
gotta
not a-
eat our vegetables before we get to the dessert that is Resident Evil 7.
That's not like Resident Evil 6 isn't a dessert. That's a whole fucking bowl of spinach that you're forced to eat.
That's why I said that it's the veggies, and Resident Evil 7 is the dessert.
It's worse than that though. It's an entire bowl of fucking spinach.
What's wrong with spinach? I love
It's
spinach.
disgusting.
What do you
like
mean?
spinach. Okay, I'll throw this out there. Dry spinach is amazing. Wet spinach is not.
That I will take that.
Hmm.
Spinach is good shit. But yes,
Eh.
we're having a great time, even if the game is not great. But with that, thank you all for joining us tonight. We need to find someone to raid. I think I know who I want to raid because they
Oh.
just went live, and I've never gotten to raid them before.
Is it a dog?
It is not a dog. I'm actually specifically avoiding the dog because he's playing a game I don't want spoilers for because I want to stream that.
Ooh.
Ah. Is it a
No,
certain
it is
devil?
not a dog. It is in fact a lemur, actually. We're gonna raid
Is
my
it-
buddy Jake, who is not the handsome 7-foot tall Master Chief Matt Mercer
Chin
fusion
Wonder.
in the other room, but is in fact Jake the lemur, who actually raided us. I did the shout out again.
Yeah.
Who actually raided us the other night, and I want to return the favor. So we are going to go ahead and pass them some love. Let them know who sent you. They just went live. They're doing some late night Peggle and Chill, which Peggle is a franchise very near and dear to my heart. So make sure to go show him some love. Let him know who sent you. We'll be back next week for another episode of War of the Shattered Sun. Thank you all for joining us, and most importantly, if nobody's told you today, Black Lives Matter, Trans Lives Matter, stop Asian hate, and most importantly, you matter. We love you all very much, and we will see you all next time. Bye-bye!
See ya.
Bye.
Adios.